You.
Wherever you at, you gotta turn your game down, brother. Way down.
No, that's you. I gotta know. I'm on 1. My mix is on 1. Gotta turn yours down. Let me check the feeds. Bobbity 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 bob.
Is it better now?
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hear me?
Whatever it is in your background. Crazy loud.
Oh, I gotta turn my fan off.
I know it's hot. I know. It's hot.
It's hot as hell. Hot in the fish grease. Check Twitch real quick.
Yeah, turn down a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
Oh damn, I hear it. Oh goddamn.
Yeah.
That bad?
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta just turn it off or low or something. Damn.
Yeah.
As always, ladies and gentlemen, we have an early technical difficulty.
Boppity boppity bop.
Why is it still on? I can still hear
I
it.
just turned the fan on.
You said you did or you didn't?
I did. I just turned it off.
So what is that in the background?
I have no idea.
It sound like you got the hydro pump running outside. That's what it sound like. Sound like you got the hydro pump running outside. That's what it sound like right now. You can hear me clearly though, right?
Yeah, you good.
Or it sound like a real hot summer day. It's got the hydro pump running, kids running the street playing with the water outside. That's what it sound like right now.
And that's not me because we don't have no damn pump open.
Talk about outside, bro. Like the hydro pump is right outside. It just they unhooked the hydro pump with the wrench. It just.
Hold up.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some stank up in it. Oh, that's a lot better.
Oh, that's why.
What happened?
I had the wrong outputter. I had it on. I decided to have it on speaker. I had it on microphone.
See,
so the output.
If you were an engineer, you'd be fired right now. You'd be fired.
Who cares? They got them not.
Uh-huh.
All right.
5 seconds. 5, 4, 3.
Let's go with 10. What is up, everybody? We are live on this Thursday, and first and foremost, want to give all praises to the Most High Hour and His only forgotten Son, of the world called Jesus Christ. Want to thank y'all for joining Saucy Discourse Season 2, Episode 23. I'm the one edition. Shout out to DJ Khaled.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to him. And I'm your boy Jeff.
And I'm your boy Marcus, back on the ones and twos, baby.
DJ Marcus.
Yeah, I'm on the ones and twos. I'm back. I'm taking a flashback back to 2004, 2003 when jerseys were popular.
Please. Not a Nick jersey on.
See. I didn't say nothing. Look at you already.
I got the cool ball. You know what I'm saying?
You're live, 13 minutes in the podcast, and you already slandering my team before you even ask a question.
I just say you. I just said with a Nick jersey on. I mean, like.
Well, first of all, be respectful. This is the only jersey I got. This is the only available player that I want. That is number 9. That is the only player that you know what? We'll get into it. Go ahead. I'm wearing my colors today. All right, I'm wearing my colors.
Anyway, why you gotta make us nauseous for the next 2 hours? I mean,
no. What you need to understand is there are some fans like me out here. We still here somehow. Some way, we still here. Okay, I've been doing some thinking, but you know what? We still here. See, homie said chill. See, I'm still here. Yeah, we still here somehow. Somewhere we around. We quiet right now, but we here. We here.
Well, y'all ain't cry. You just got shined over because Kevin Durant is leaving the Nets. I mean, nobody cared about Jalen Brunson. Nobody cares about Jalen Brunson.
No. Can we get a hand clap in the background, please? Because bye. I'm trying to say bye. I've been waiting. Facts, exactly. Facts. I've been waiting for this. KD. It's all Kyrie fault. I'm getting right into it. You ain't gotta ask some damn questions. It's free agency season right now. It started today. It really started like last couple of weeks, but free agency started literally at what 6 o'clock, 4:30. KD asked for a trade. We ain't gonna ask no questions. We're gonna straight into this nonsense. I just want to make sure. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Are you sure? Let me take the glasses off. Are you sure? Because you. As a suffering Brooklyn Nets fan, you went from
First of all, get it right.
You know what? You right.
Get it right.
Because I need this. Moment.
Get it right. I'm not a Net fan. I'm a KD fan and a Kyrie fan. Let's get that straight, okay? So you want to quote me right?
Okay. Are you still a Kyrie fan right now? Yes or no?
Of course. I'm a big fan of Kyrie Irving. And he's from the Bronx, and it doesn't make us look bad like Kemba Walker. I'm stating facts.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, number one.
That's the fact.
Kyrie's from Jersey. Let's get that straight. He's not from the Bronx. He's from Jersey.
No,
And
no,
yes, he's from
no, no.
Jersey.
He
He's
was
from
born in the
Jersey.
Bronx. He was born in the
If he
Bronx.
was born in the Bronx, he would have been in Nichols a long time
Then,
ago. We don't want to hear
then
that
he
nonsense.
moved to Jersey. Let's get it right. He's from
I don't
McKinley
care.
Projects. Shout out to
Come on.
McKinley. Okay.
Okay, yes, shout out to McKinley, but we don't care about that. Right now, he is team confused because we don't know where he's going right now. He could go outside. It could be 96 degrees like it's going to be tomorrow, and then next thing you know, he's talking about, you know what? I don't feel like playing. I feel like asking for a trade tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's too damn hot. I want to go somewhere. I want to go to Minnesota or something. I want to go to maybe we're going to see if Seattle is coming back sometime. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I play for Seattle because then it'd just be me and some damn role players, 14 other role players, and I just be the star. Maybe this man just want his own team. Maybe he just want his own team. That's it. Your man has sabotaged. I don't like what ESPN doing right now. They having me suffer with all this Knicks stuff right now. They have
Why not?
oh gosh. Yeah, he has sabotaged
Yeah.
your franchise. No, I'm staying with Kyrie. He has sabotaged your franchise over and over and over. He didn't want to get the advanced vaccine mandate. He wasn't sure he didn't want to play in the bubble. He was 100%. He was not injured. Then he wanted to get the vaccine. It's like the man has been all over the place the last couple of years. Then he not for before that he wasn't sure if the Earth was flat, or he probably was Earth is flat. I mean, come on, man. We don't know what this man is going to do. He sabotaged Cleveland before and after LeBron came. That he asked for a trade to get away from LeBron. Then he went to Boston and he sabotaged the early Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. If he was still on that damn team, I appreciate you, Wildcard 1541. If he was still on the team, maybe he would have made a difference in the NBA Finals against Stephen Clay and them in Golden State. Maybe he would have won 7.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
he would have. Maybe he would have offset Jason to have the struggling Jason Tatum that we saw in the NBA Finals. Maybe not. But and then he sabotaged him. Now he has sabotaged Brooklyn. Why you think his man is not getting a lot of favors, but in one team? I don't want to see him back in LA with LeBron. Now he want to go back to LeBron after. Oh, if I could change things up, I would make a better decision and go back and stay with LeBron the whole entire time. No, but you didn't. Now you guys sit here and suffer and have us confused in this whole conflicted thing that is Kyrie and KD, who is the real star and a person I feel sorry for, but happy at the same time because he ain't in Brooklyn no more. He's over. He's gone. Bye-bye. Arrivederci. Would I want KD? Who wouldn't want KD? Who wouldn't want KD?
Y'all
I
not
would
getting
want
him. I tell
KD.
you that. Of course you would. Better than Jalen Brunson.
First of all, go ahead. Talk about your guy. Because I want to hear all this propaganda and I'm looking for a good word. I'm looking for what's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for something. Excuses. I want to hear your controversy.
Excuses.
Yes, excuses. Or why
There's
you
no
are still.
excuses.
If you are still a Kyrie fan, basketball wise, I have no problem with it. I just want to know what your mind is on this man off the court. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk.
Well, thank you, Nick fan. But anyway, let's get right into it. Let's get right into the Brooklyn Nets. It's plain and simple. Kyrie Irving fucked all this up. He messed it up. This man, I mean, I'm not you, and I'm not delusional when it comes to teams like your Knicks. But anyway,
I just give you facts.
what? That they suck? But we can say that in a few minutes. Let me. Well, my team doesn't suck. First of all, I'm gonna build to that. Anyway, Kyrie Irving messed this up. KD listened too much to Kyrie Irving to make him leave the Golden State Warriors, where he's in a good position. Could have won the title this year. Could have won the title the year before with the Golden State Warriors, but no, he wanted to go to Brooklyn with his boy Kyrie Irving and see what happens because he wanted to lead his team to the chip and win it on his own. And he was listening to outsiders saying that he was piggybacking off of the Golden State Warriors and his 2 championships didn't count, even though the man won 2 MVPs in the finals. Who was the best player? But never mind that. Let's go to Brooklyn, okay? So he doesn't play the first year, right? Fine. He's injured, torn Achilles, right? The second year, the man comes back, goes to the Eastern Conference Finals, gets screwed by Giannis. What?
No.
Excuse me?
You gonna be banned.
No.
You can't. I don't want to hear that's an excuse. That is.
What happened?
It is.
What happened?
That is dead. That excuse is.
No. What happened? What happened in the conference finals against the Bucks? Giannis stuck his damn foot out and injured Kyrie Irving on purpose because Kyrie Irving was actually torturing the Milwaukee Bucks. Period. Okay, you can go back on YouTube, go to NBA TV, you can actually watch it all over again. Okay, that man Giannis screwed KD and Kyrie out of a title and James Harden on top of that. Okay, now this year, Kyrie Irving didn't want to get vaccinated. Okay, that's his body, his choice. Listen, that's his decision he made. I ain't debunking that. Okay. Now, just because you made that decision, you missed half the damn season because you couldn't play home games. And a lot of that I put on May Adams, who could have actually... What, I'm lying? Mayor Adams, who's a Knicks fan, by the way, just to add that on to the conversation, who could have actually fixed this problem actually a month before, but no, he want to wait to the damn last minute, to the damn end of the season to actually give the okay that Kyrie Irving can actually play home games. Okay, that's number 2. Okay, at the end of the day, Kyrie Irving did not show up against the Celtics. He did not. He showed up at game 1, but he didn't show up for the rest of the games. Okay. I think he actually quit on the damn team. Kevin Durant was doing the best that he could. Steve, the coaching staff, didn't make any adjustments after losing game 2. And actually just left Kevin Durant hanging, not actually making any adjustments, and give it up to the Boston Celtics. They did number 1 defensive team this year.
Correct.
Then you go to the offseason, right? Kyrie Irving looking for a long-term deal, right? He looking for the 4 years, $100 million, right? The Nets don't want to give in on Kyrie Irving and give him his long-term deal because he missed that half the damn season for vaccination, which is understandable on the Nets end of it. But you also had other occasions when Kyrie Irving was actually away from the team. Talk about he needed, he had a mental health issues because he was actually traumatized with what happened on Washington D.C. Now, this man played professional basketball for a damn living. I mean, what happened? The riots on Washington D.C. Damn, that traumatized everybody. But then I went to work. Why? Because I got bills to pay.
Word.
I got kids to take care of.
Exactly.
Now, if you're saying that you have people you need to take care of and not show up for work but still get paid, is a big issue. You getting paid all this money, not just playing basketball. You being sponsored. This man is sponsored by Nike. This man is making money.
Sidebar. Let's not forget, like 2 weeks later, he threw the underground birthday party for somebody, and he was out partying.
I was about to get to that. Oh, yeah, he was partying with his friends with no mask on, no gloves, no nothing, no hand sanitizer right next to him, nothing. Okay, this man was partying because his sister's birthday party or something like that.
I believe it was sister. Yes.
After taking a leave of absence because you just dramatized what the hell happened on Washington. Well, I mean, stop the brakes. But at the end of the day, the Nets didn't want to give him a long-term deal. They actually said, "Hey, if you opt in, let's see how you do, how many games you play. Then we might consider of giving the long-term deal." But Kyrie didn't want it. He showed up with a list of teams that if they want to give him the long-term deal, these are the teams that he wanted to go to in the trade. Then the man changes his mind. He changes his mind and actually opted in the the 1 year the player option that he had, which is like 36, $37 million.
I thought it was 40, but 36 is correct.
36, $37 million, right, for the last year that's left on his contract.
Mm-hmm.
Now, during this time, KD's already pissed off. He's already frustrated. He haven't had contact with the team ever since they lost to the Boston Celtics. He had not been in contact with the team. Okay, Kevin Durant has been on his podcast and said, "Listen, the contract talks with Kyrie is all on Kyrie. This is this man's livelihood." And that's what the biggest mistake Kevin Durant made. First of all, Kyrie and Kevin Durant showed that they're not good leaders. That's what doing this whole Brooklyn thing. They're not good leaders. Kevin Durant is the face of this franchise. You had every right to step in and say, "Look, opt in for the 1 year,
Right.
show them what you could do, and get this long term deal, and we can continue to play with each other." But now, Kevin Durant is going to say, "I'm staying out of this. I'm just going to this step back and see how I play out." Really? This is what you want to do? You just want to not say anything, not get involved. This is unbelievable. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving showed they're not good leaders. Then today, all of a sudden, getting text messages and calls and emails from disgusting Knicks fans like you
Yeah.
are so happy about this. But the funny thing is this. This is so funny.
Mm-hmm.
The trade that's going to happen with Kevin Durant. Let's just start with Kevin Durant, right?
Of course.
Whatever team Kevin Durant gets traded to, he's going to get the Nets is going to get good access for. Like you're not going to get peanuts to get Kevin Durant. So you have to give up the whole farm system. And you have to get players that are in the early 20s or mid 20s who you can actually still sell tickets, actually can still make a playoff run. You probably get to the first round or second round, make the playing game, but you still have a bright future. But making this trade, do you understand? If Sean Marks makes the good decisions of trading Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, it still leaves the Brooklyn Nets in a good position to be better than the Knicks this year. Do you realize that? Do you realize that?
I disagree with that.
Listen, we gotta let it play out. You gotta let it play out.
Okay.
You gotta let it play out.
Okay.
This could still be a good. It's so many scenarios going to it. Or what team is best for Kevin Durant?
Mm-hmm.
People are saying, well, you want to go to the Phoenix Suns. He want to go to Miami. I think Phoenix is the best destination for Kevin Durant. It makes a whole lot of sense depending what the Nets are getting back from Phoenix. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant is going to be an absolute problem. Now you might have to give up your role players like Bridges and what the hell DeAndre whatever his damn Ayton, DA. Cam Johnson and stuff like that. That only team that makes sense. I don't see Miami giving up Bam or anybody else, but they can't get Bam because Ben Simmons is still on the damn team. Ben Simmons Ben Simmons had been a major problem with the Nets that he was with the 76ers. Just on paper. Just on paper.
Since he got drafted.
Just on paper. There's a certain list of top players in this league that the Nets cannot have on their roster if they still have Ben Simmons on it. This man don't even play games with his bad back. Still want to know how he got this bad back. I mean, what he was doing. I mean, you actually bumping and grinding with your shorty. I mean, was you in the car? And you driving around. All of a sudden you hit a pothole or something. What the hell happened to your back? If you haven't played since 2 years. I mean, it's just slip in the shower.
Oh! Did you see the picture that he posted? Listen.
Listen, I don't, and he want to come out and actually comment on what the hell is going on. I don't want to hear anything about Ben Simmons until he get his black ass back on the court. I don't want to hear anything about Ben Simmons.
I'll go
Okay,
further. I'll go further for you. I don't want to see damn Ben Simmons going on the court. I want to see him get a bucket. It doesn't have to be a three. I don't care if it's a free throw, a tip rebound. I want to see him get a bucket. Do you know it's been 2 years since he last scored 2 points? 2 years. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
that's a damn shame. And then I want to see no workout videos. Working out with LeBron, and you actually hitting jump shots when you too scared of hitting the damn game. I don't want to hear nothing about what your agent. What's his name? Chris. What's his name? Paul. Rich Paul. I want to hear nothing about your agent. I want to hear nothing by anybody from the Ben Simmons camp and Ben Simmons himself. I don't want to hear nothing from Ben Simmons until the fall when you actually get your ass on the court and actually play some damn basketball. Okay? All right. Now, Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving messed this whole thing up. We all agree on that. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now the man is talking about going to this team. Going to the Lakers because he would like to reunite with LeBron James because he would admit on the I Am an Athlete podcast that he was young and dumb and he was stupid and he thought about all the championships him and LeBron James could have won. I don't want to hear that. You already made that the damn decision, okay? The point is that you're not a good leader and now you have to go back to a leader like LeBron who's going to put you in a position to make you successful and actually contend for a title. You gotta get it past the Warriors, but and God knows what team Kevin Durant is going to, but you gotta get past them to even get to the damn NBA Finals. I tell you that. But you want to go back to he want to go to a team that Kobe Bryant, the great Kobe Bryant, I love me some Kobe. You see the jersey played for. Okay, really? Well, he was drafted by the Charlotte Hornets. You want to go there too? They need a scorer. Because Lord knows when Michael Jordan, with his cheap self, don't want to pay Mikal Bridges, who actually decided, Michael Jordan ain't cheap? No. Michael Jordan ain't cheap?
I mean, talking about Michael Jordan, that's all I'm saying.
I ain't talking about him as a player. I'm talking about him as an owner. He stinks as an owner. Correct. Just like Phil Jackson stunk as a GM for the Knicks. He stink. Okay? Is that fair? Is that fair?
You have serious team for my team, bro. You can't.
I was saying, it's a comparison.
You could have used anybody else, but you want to use Phil Jackson. I find that funny.
Michael Jordan, Phil Jackson, connected Bulls, whatever. Anyway, at the end of the day, Kyrie's not a good leader. And yeah, and KD's not a leader. They need to go to a team that already have leaders filling that role. They need to play on that team and they can be successful. But both of them together leading the team is going to be disastrous, like you just saw now this year.
Okay. I agree with most of the things that you just said. Now let's get to the KD trade rumors and all that. So if you're Phoenix, right? It's already been reported Devin Booker is going to sign 4 years, $210 million Supermax. And he's going to be the newest cover athlete for NBA 2K23. Congrats to Devin Booker. If I'm Phoenix and all you're going to give me, if I'm Brooklyn, all you're giving me is Ayton, Mikal Bridges, possibly Cam Johnson, and a couple of draft picks, it's not enough. You got to give me a star. Unfortunately, Booker is that star. But Phoenix is not going to give them Devin Booker, especially when he just got the Supermax. And Ayton, we don't know what type of offensive potential this dude actually has. He performed okay in the playoffs until he played Dallas, and then he was nowhere to be found. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. Ayton got destroyed. We don't know he was even on the damn court during their times.
Facts.
The first 2 rounds he was good. The first round he was good, but then when he played Dallas, he had the height, the size, and the strength advantage against everybody with the exception of Boban, who only played like 5-10 minutes in an elimination game. He was nowhere to be found. So over and all, I don't know what am I trading for a guy like DeAndre Ayton who I don't know his offensive potential. I'm not saying he doesn't have it, but he has it. But we don't know if he's going to be that guy. We don't know. He's not going to be Shaq. He might be the next Andre Drummond. That's not a lot to see. Yeah, I'm not paying top. I'm not going because he wants top dollar. I'm not going to trade for that and then give this man an extension when he's not top dollar. And if I'm not getting back Devin Booker, I don't want this trade. And it's not up to me. That's up to, obviously, this team. Now let's move on to Miami. Because I'm glad you said the whole thing about Bam Adebayo. Because Bam Adebayo would have been the very first piece I would have traded for. But however, how do we know that Miami would not want to trade Jimmy Butler just to go to Brooklyn?
No.
I know they won't do it. Pat Riley likes a guy. Pat Riley and Jimmy Butler are made for each other. It's like LeBron. I won't say LeBron and Pat Riley. It's more like D Wade and Pat Riley. They had the ups and downs, but those two are model fit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
Miami has more pieces. You're not trading Jimmy Butler. You can't trade Adebayo because of the clause that has to do with Ben Simmons, unfortunately. You're not trading Kyle Lowry because you just got him last year at free agency. And it costs your team a pick in this year's draft, which I'm pretty sure I don't know if y'all really cared about it. And then if y'all take that, and what you gonna do? You're gonna have to include Victor Oladipo, who you just re-signed today, maybe about an hour or two ago. So if you do all of that, and obviously Hero, I believe the main piece of this whole thing would be Tyler Hero, correct?
Yeah, but he don't make
Hero,
enough.
I believe, but he don't make enough. So that means not only is Brooklyn going to trade for him, then you're going to re-sign him for a longer-term contract. Tyler Hero is not going to be when you trade him to Brooklyn. He might be your centerpiece. I'm not trading for Tyler Hero, who has potential to be a minus, as he liked to say when Jack Harlow made a good song out of him. I don't see that right now. I see him potential to be a better player, but I don't see him as a star. He compared himself to Luka Doncic last year. I was like, bro, you nice like that, but you ain't Luka. I mean, Luka will dot you in your eye and laugh at you coming back down the court. I don't know. I don't see either team getting. I don't see either team getting KD. With all these trades and minimum level exceptions, I don't know what team gets KD. And I'm being perfectly honest with you. I don't know if he goes to the bro. He can't go to the Lakers. Bro, I mean, no,
It's possible.
no. What AD? You don't have enough assets. We're gonna do trade
Yes.
KD for Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis. And then
No,
trade
that's not what I'm
PhD?
thinking. Look.
What you thinking?
If I'm the Lakers, right, I'm giving up Westbrook, right, and I'm giving up AD. Give me
Exactly.
Kyrie and give me KD.
Bro, no.
You got you would trade street clothes for KD?
Anybody would trade street clothes for AD right now. Or KD, of course I would. So you want to have
So what's the problem?
LeBron, KD, Kyrie. LeBron,
Yes,
KD, and Kyrie on
makes
the
totally
same.
sense.
Nah, bro.
It makes sense.
See, people like
That's
you,
a good. That,
man.
listen,
That's not a good
it
deal.
makes
That's
sense.
not a good deal.
That's it.
So let me get this straight. And then Brooklyn's going to
And
have
they
Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, and Ben Simmons on the same team. Where's the shooting? First of all, one guy,
yeah.
he's not the player that he used to be. He's not the MVP player. Anthony Davis is street clothes for a reason. If he could have stayed healthy in LA, you know he ain't going to stay healthy in Brooklyn. And then Ben Simmons, a dude who's afraid to shoot, is all defensive. Is only a defensive player that can't shoot, afraid to shoot, and hell, afraid to even get on the damn court. Oh no. They just your manager, well, not your team, but the manager, Sean Marks, spoke of. I would rather not have KD and Kyrie on the team rather than go through a situation like that they just went through last year. If you
Yeah.
trade for AD, Westbrook, and you already have Ben Simmons, that's a worse situation than you already had to begin with.
Well, he said he don't want to deal with it with all the drama.
Bro, that's a worse position.
You don't know when Ben Simmons coming back. You don't know when he's gonna play, right?
Position
Then
one.
all you gotta work all you have to worry about is Westbrook because you have to match the salary as Kyrie Irving.
Well, the
So
only other person that can be on your
Westbrook want to make like $8 more than him. So
the only
I would
other
give a Westbrook at 80 in a heartbeat for KD and Kyrie in a heartbeat.
well well obviously the Lakers need shooters, so why not include Joe Harris? Because he got a mega contract.
Yeah, Joe Harris or Curry. That's what I'm saying. What the hell?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I think you're logged into something else. Hold on, let me kick you out.
Okay.
That is
Hold
weird.
tight. Yeah, it's super duper weird. Oh, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Now I'm saying, bro, you make the trade for Westbrook, who's not the same player as he was at MVP a couple years ago. You
Uh huh.
trade for Anthony Davis that's never 100%, and then you already have a dude that Ben Simmons that you signed to a longer term contract that's part of
Uh-huh.
that trade, and has not seen the floor for 2 years, and that has nothing to even do with an injury. Well, so he says.
You have to trade all stars for all stars to meet the
No, you
salary cap.
gonna no, no. I'm not doing that. First of all, it's just greed. Because only team you really competing against is gonna be Golden State. Not gonna compete against. If you do that, is y'all in Golden State? That's what it is, right? So that's what
Hey, what's the
Lakers
problem?
fan want. You want Kyrie, LeBron, and KD.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
Easy way to the title.
it's just greedy. Why have
How
to
is it
balance in the
greedy?
NBA? Damn the balance, right? Damn the
Balance.
balance. Damn the balance, right? Damn the
Did the
balance. Is
balance.
that what we doing?
That ain't
So
been
you
balanced
want
in even
so you
years.
want so you want NBA, you want Miami Heat in a way 2.0. That's what you want. Miami Heat
Well,
2.0, but this time in LA.
we are in the era of
Now you
the
saying we. Now you
big
saying we.
three.
Now you
I
saying
said
we.
we are in the era of the big three.
What big three? There is no big three. It's big twos now. It's twos. It's a
Well,
contender where
well,
you
there's still a
have
lot of
look
big
at
threes around.
okay, with the exception of Golden State, you have big two. You have big twos. You got Kawhi and KD. You got Kawhi and Paul George. You got I essentially
And
as of right
MP.
now, KD. Watch your mouth. Is KD and Kyrie, regardless of where they go, even if they get traded together. You have Giannis and Chris Middleton. You have Zach LaVine if he re-signs with Chicago and DeMar DeRozan. You have a lot of two-man teams. There's no more big three anymore.
Okay,
It's
I
not
mean,
like what it was.
but this big three makes sense. LeBron don't
Does it
have to
make
do much.
sense,
He can
bro?
facilitate. Kyrie can score, and Kevin Durant can
No,
score. It makes
no.
sense.
It's
It
a
makes
trade of
sense.
greed. No, it makes no sense. It makes no sense on Brooklyn's
The
part. But then
point
again,
is actually
smart.
when
Sean Marks is a not. Sean Marks is too good of a GM not to make that trade. You first of all, you're gonna have no spacing.
the Lakers have
You
the
already
draft
have.
picks to make it worth
They
his
don't
while.
have that many. They don't have that many. They have draft picks what 2027 when they won't even matter.
Still a draft
Those
pick,
draft picks are trash. We
and
gonna
they
do add that then THT will go to a third. You're gonna have to include other team trades. You're gonna have to include other team trades. Maybe one reason that we haven't talked about why KD asked for a trade, because maybe he could see this whole Kyrie thing also getting traded also. Let's say KD gets traded somewhere else. Let's say he go to like a contender like a Dallas or maybe say Phoenix, for example. And Kyrie ends up going to an LA. Let's say let's also say in the hypothetical side type of thinking, he can already see the Kyrie to Westbrook trade. In KD's mind, I'm like, hold up. So y'all gonna get rid of KD for a guy that I already had issues with going back to the first time I got drafted? Oh hell
What's
no!
bro?
Right?
Is it about
I'm not
is it
doing
about
that again.
chips or not? Is it about championships or not?
Of course, it's about championships. But we saw what happened and we saw what happened back in 2012 when we had that same issue. Well, KD don't want them problems again. Why would you want to have the same problem with the same guy that you had the same? His game is not going to change. We respect Russell Westbrook for his game, but he's not going to change it. We saw what happened when he tried to change it. It didn't look good when he was with the Lakers. We realized that Russ needs to be Russ on his own team.
Is it good for the
You don't
Lakers
want
to get rid of Westbrook for Kyrie Irving? Is it good?
absolute. Yes, it is, but not for
And to
Kyrie and KD. No, that's
and
egregious.
and to get draft picks
No,
for Kyrie is a good trade, man. That's a bad trade to me.
there's no bad. How do you
Because
battle?
if you're
You
the
gotta have
Lakers,
you
'cause
have
it,
a healthy LeBron, KD, and Kyrie. You don't have to worry about street clothes.
and what's the problem?
I just don't
That's a
see it.
well good balance.
I don't think if you ask anybody else, it's a good trade. Half the people will tell you, "Oh, it's a good trade, yeah, for the Lakers." But what about Brooklyn? That ain't a good
You
trade at
get
all.
you getting Anthony Davis and you getting Russell Westbrook.
Really, really. If you tell me if you tell me you get OKC Westbrook, all right, cool. If you tell me you get a healthy 82 game, well, I said let's not give 82, a healthy 72 game Anthony Davis, I'll take it. If you give me the Ben Simmons that was rookie of the year that had all the defensive potential, sure, no problem. But there was the one problem that Brooklyn had. Actually, both teams still have. They both still have shooting problems. Neither team is good from shooting. You still have to make or include another team when it comes to shooting.
Listen to this.
Okay,
The Lakers last year had shooting issues, right? They didn't have enough shooters, right? Enough
correct,
scorers, right?
correct.
Adding KD and Kyrie to that fixes their problem.
That's fixed
All you
some of
have
their
to do
problems,
is
bro.
go. All you have to
Some of their
do is
problems,
go
bro.
in the market
No,
and find some players who's going to fit your system. Role players. That's it.
but they've done that
And a
today,
trade.
and they can barely make
eh,
that because of Russell Westbrook's problems, his contract. But I see where you're
Well,
coming
they.
at.
That's what I'm saying. You're still trying to figure out things. It's still early.
No, bro, you're
Listen,
not, bro.
they go. They listen. If the reports are correct, if they still interested in Kyrie Irving, bro, they could buy out Westbrook tomorrow and figure out a way to get Kyrie Irving.
Will
If
that free up the
if
Lakers' money though?
because on the market, there's a lot of calls for Kyrie Irving, but the Lakers, a couple of teams.
And why is that the case in your opinion? Because with Kyrie, his problem is not on the
It's
court;
all
it's
it's off the
off the
court, yeah.
court and
Right,
consistency. That's it.
right,
If you gonna
yeah.
tell me I'm gonna have a healthy Kyrie, this trade doesn't even. If you're gonna tell me I'm gonna have a Kyrie who's focused. If I'm gonna have the Kyrie that was, let's say Cleveland before LeBron came back, I want that Kyrie. I'm cool with it. Before all this
This is
Earth is
massive.
flat and way before obviously pandemic Kyrie, I'm cool with that. But this version of Kyrie, you don't know what you're gonna get. So why I'm gonna trade for a player that I don't even know if the man gonna show up to practice. This man sat around and said he like I want to be on the same level as Joe Tsai and Sean Marks. Bro, you didn't even play half the damn season.
But listen,
What is you talking
all
about?
that's fair. All that's fair. But this is when the leadership comes in. Kyrie Irving going to the Lakers, he has leadership. He has LeBron James. You think LeBron James is going to deal with Kyrie Irving, act
No,
damn
because
fool like he did?
no.
No, he's going to
No,
set Kyrie
absolutely,
straight.
absolutely. You know why? Because first of all, Kyrie already knows that. Let's get that out the way. Kyrie's no dummy. He's more delusional than dumb. Kyrie knows that LeBron ain't that type of dude. He ain't gonna tolerate that. The minute, let's say the trade happens, the minute he steps in LA, LeBron gonna have that talk like, "Yo, let me holler at you. Now bring your ass here. See all that BS you doing in Boston and the first time you did in Cleveland and in Brooklyn, we not doing that here. We not doing that. We got two. I got two couple years left before I retire. We got a championship to make. You see these you see these damn banners up here? We gonna get this right. And I ain't gonna tolerate. We ain't gonna have. I don't want to hear no excuses. Unless you are
And
legitimately hurt, you gonna be in
and
practice. You gonna be on the court.
right, right. And remember, his one of his mentors is Kobe Bryant. He's not gonna go in a Lakers situation acting a damn fool like this.
I will agree with you with
That's
that.
why I said this is a perfect fit. You're not gonna disrespect Kobe like that, cause Kobe
I
would set his
will
ass
agree with
straight.
that.
Listen, that shit. If Kobe was still out today, listen, you're a organization acting a
Yeah,
damn fool like you
absolutely,
did with Brooklyn. This is totally different.
absolutely, absolutely.
This is the Lakers here.
If Kobe, God rest his wonderful soul, was alive right now, this trade might have happened.
Hell yeah.
Kobe probably would have said, "Man,
I don't think he would have went to
Kobe
Brooklyn.
would have."
Hey, Kobe was still alive.
Oh, you think he'd be in LA already?
I think he already been in LA. After leaving Boston, he would go straight to LA.
Oof. The hate he already got hate in Boston. He did that. That's a whole different type of hate. Oh, you leave us with all the potential in the world with Tatum and Brown, the smart and all that for the enemy. See, if you went to the Knicks or you went to Brooklyn or you went to another team, that's one thing. But you go to the franchise we have hated since the beginning of the standard of not just the ABA but and the NBA. Nah, fam, we can't fuck with you. See, the only person that gets a pass with that is Rondo. Rondo's the only one to get a pass with that because he's the only player, at least I can remember, that's won a championship with both the Lakers and the Celtics. If Kyrie did that, he don't get no pass. He don't get
Yeah.
no pass. He don't get no pass at all.
Nah, nah. Yeah, he has to earn it.
He got to earn it.
Oh,
He got to earn
I
it now.
one of the signings that's very disappointing to me that made me very angry was Bradley Bill re-signing with the Wizards, $250 million.
I
What's your take
mean,
on Bradley Bill re-signing with the Washington Wizards?
this is a two-way with me. Obviously the man was gonna get the bag, right? I'm cool with him. Obviously he got kids to feed, he got mouths to feed, just like we all do. Congratulations to him getting the bag. It's well deserved. That's the positive. The negative with Bradley Beal is the fact that, bro, when are you going to not be okay? It was like, you know what? I'm sick of this. I don't want to be here anymore. It does not look like y'all rebuilding. I've been here when John Wall was here, when he was drafted. I was here when he got hurt. I was here when y'all traded him. I was here when you had Russell Westbrook. I was here when Russell Westbrook got traded. I've been here when you traded the whole damn roster with Kuz and Contavious Caldwell Pope before he just recently got traded a couple days ago. And now I got a whole bunch of nobodies that I don't even know on the damn team. But yet I'm collecting the bag. But how long can you go? I think the problem with, I guess we could say we are new media. We praise a guy that stays with his franchise and loyal to his team for his whole career that Bradley Beal and Dame Lillard has been thus far. But then we ridicule him like we are about to do now because of the simple fact that a player can be too loyal, but when we notice that when you're so too loyal to a team, this is the things that happen. We don't know what we want. We want to see Bradley Beal in contender, but at the same time, we question, yo, growing up in the '90s, like when we watched ball, a player stayed on the re-sign, they stayed on the team, no matter what. So we gotta understand which way we going with this here. But I do understand your frustration with Bradley Beal because of the fact that Washington is in no position to go to playoffs. They're not in position for the play-in. You just drafted another player in the top, not what, top nine, top 10. They're in no position for, obviously not a championship, not in position for a play-in. unless there are talks, because we know how the NBA, especially free agency and trade deadlines, are out of the blue these days. Unless Bradley Beal already has an idea in his head and he's been talking off the lines and not tampering to another star that can get him to Washington, I'm happy for Bradley Beal getting his money, but I don't know where this is going to. You the man. You want your own team. You have your own team. You've had it for a while. But I've literally watched you drop 60 in a game. And this is in Chicago a couple years ago. You had 62 and your team still lost by double digits. And the look of your face when you sat on the bench was. And I remember the Chicago commentary at the time was like, that is a man that is visually frustrated. That is visually a man that wants to leave. And I saw that same. I'm like, yo, he got to go. Oh, looks like we had none of the technical difficulties here on. We good?
Yeah, I know what that happened. Right.
No, no. I'm just saying, but at the end of the day, bro, what are we going? This whole Bradley Bill thing. I'm happy that the man got his money, but at the end, it's like, unless you're going for, unless somebody else is coming to your team, I don't. I'm happy when giving the money, but it's like, where's this going? Is he going to get another star? Is he going to get some help, or is Washington in a rebuild? It's on you, bro, because I don't know where this is going.
I was totally disappointed with Bradley Bill. I mean, this is his chance to actually get the hell away from the Washington Wizards. But I think the only reason why he signed this deal because I think the Washington Wizards promised him something, or he has something under his sleeve in the free agency.
Mm-hmm.
And if this not true, then Bradley Bill actually cost him to actually be on a contending team for a championship. He he messes this up, man. Bradley Bill is another version of Damian Lillard. He's too damn loyal.
Sure.
Because the organization is not doing anything in a power to actually help him succeed to get him to where he needs to be. Porzingis, Cal Kuzma,
Mm-hmm.
you just traded. You just tell us Pope. You just traded him away.
Yeah, you got
The Washington. I'd say Morris is a good backup, but he's not the starting point guard you need for your team. Bradley Bill, I don't know what's. Listen, what was the whole point of him actually tweeting out saying that he has been in phone conversations with other players trying to recruit him, and once he posted that up, he actually declined his opted in, right? So I was thinking as a fan, oh, he's finally getting it. He's on his way out. Then when free agency actually opens up at 7 p.m., this man resigns with the Washington Wizards for $250 million. You could have got you would have got $200 million going to another team, then the extra $50 million to a contender you actually could compete for a championship with. But no, you're gonna re-sign with an organization, make $250 million with the roster they have right now. Right now, Bradley Bill ain't going nowhere, and he and Damian Lillard need to come to their senses on number one. If it's not true that they don't have anything up their sleeves to bring somebody and recruit them to come to teams, stop being loyal. Because at the end of the day, 2 years from now, when things is not working out for the Washington Wizards or the Portland Trail Blazers, stuff like that, you are going to be the trade piece to get some young assets back for them to start over with. And Lord have mercy, you better pray you get traded to a contender for you have the opportunity to actually win a championship with. It's on you, bro.
Uh, I would agree with that. I agree with that, but it's like that's why I said with Bradley Beal, I want to see. I thought he was gonna go to Dallas. I'm like, yo, that's the second piece that Luca need. I was like, yo, that's the second piece with him, Luca, Dinwiddie, and they just signed JaVale McGee. That's a move right there. That's what Luca need. It ain't nothing. Bradley Bill's still gonna get his buckets regardless of Luca's on the team or not. He's still gonna get his. I'm like, yo, yeah, yo, that's a threat to Golden State. That's a serious threat.
Serious threat.
That's a damn serious threat. And remember, on the podcast with Draymond and JJ Redick, he already said Dallas was more of a threat than Golden State. And the fact that you get Bradley Beal on that team, oh, that's a super threat. Forget the fact that Golden State had already won a championship.
All right.
That is a super deadly threat. Luka's gonna get his 30 and 10. Bradley Beal's gonna get his 30 and 10. And then if you have Dinwiddie starter come off the bench, you gonna get his bucket. JaVale McGee's gonna get his. You still got Dwight Powell. You still got Finney Smith. You still got Tim Hardaway Jr. You still have a legit damn squad. They gonna get buckets. But the fact that unfortunately that he's still in Washington, he still wants to be the man, which I believe is the reason. Because I believe I think, in my opinion, the reason why he stays like, yo, I still want to be the man, or I still believe in Washington that they actually have a plan. As fans, we don't cover the NBA, but I'm just saying for what we don't see what the plan is of Washington. I see a rebuild. I see a rebuild. That's what I see when I look at Washington. I see a rebuilding team. Look what San Antonio just did, bro. We won. I wanted DeJounte Murray, and Atlanta, of course, fucking Atlanta, fleeced the hell out of us. Now you got, now you got, now you got freaking
I
Trey
mean,
Young and
that was
DeJounte
your second
Murray on the
option. That
team.
was your second option.
No, I wanted the first.
That was your second option.
I wanted DeJounte Murray. I'm saying
No,
it
no.
right
What I'm
now.
saying is,
I wanted DeJounte as my first option. My first option. I didn't want
oh, well,
Draymond
of
Green.
course. I mean,
I'll be very clear with that. I have no problem with Brunson. My problem with the whole thing is, dude is not a max player. You don't give 110 to a player that you're unsure about. I don't give a damn if your pops is on the assistant coach. This is not a recruiting. This is not college recruitment. You don't see any other team in the league doing this. You see this in college. You see it in AAU. You see it in high school recruitment. That's what you see. You don't see Rod Strickland trying to recruit Kyrie to the G League like because he just became a new coach. You don't see that. You see that in college, AAU, and high school. That's what when I saw that when I see it, I'm hearing this. I'm like, bro, Rick Brunson is the assistant coach. Well deserved. The man played at Temple. He was the head coach at Temple. I mean, assistant coach. He has tons of experience. Former NBA player. Yada yada yada. Cool. Real respect to him. What the hell? You don't set it up to make it so damn obvious to the NBA world that you signed the father, so eventually, of course, we got to get the son. And Leon Rose, his non-committal Phil Jackson wannabe looking ass, ain't nowhere to be found or seen in the last couple of months. You're trading everything. You're trading assets to get future first-round picks. But if you're doing this, oh, we're going to do it for a disgruntled star that would eventually come to do it. What are you talking about? You don't. We have not had a star since Carmelo Anthony. What are you talking about? How about you do what most teams are doing? build up in the draft, and if you know you're not a contender, trade the pieces that you have and start over and rebuild. That's what San Antonio did with DeJounte Murray. They realized that he's not signing. He's not going to sign long term. Pop ain't going to be coaching forever. And more importantly, the man learned under Tony Parker. I mean, come on, let's be honest. That's why he became so good. He was already a better defensive player than Tony Parker ever was. But the complete fact that San Antonio realized, you know what? He's not going to resign. Pop ain't going to be here forever. He's not going to coach forever. Eventually, we're going to have to start over and rebuild with a team that we have. Obviously, we're going to be bad for a year or two, maybe 3. But eventually, we know once we start stockpiling and we completely start over, we're going to get better and we're going to have better players and be better for the future. That's what San Antonio did when they get David Robinson. That's what San Antonio did when they got Tim Duncan. That's the same thing when they had Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili. They build through the draft and they make things simple. They draft these international players well and they end up working out. Why can't y'all just do that and make it be simple? And I'm going to the same thing with Washington. You're building through the draft, but for some reason you want to re-sign Bradley Beal to a $250 supermax. I'm not saying not deserving of it. I'm just simply saying, bro, what do you want to do? Do you want to contend in the playoffs because you haven't been in a couple of years? If you got knocked out in the first round, all right, cool. Now we got to make pieces. We got to make moves. But if you're not even going to the playoffs like you haven't been the last 3 years and you're signing the supermax, it's telling us, you know what? We don't know what you want to do. Everybody's confused, and you're just stuck there dropping 40, 50, 60, and you're going to have that same need that I saw a couple years ago, and then you go talking about, I need some help. Maybe getting Dame and Bradley Beal could be the answer. You don't know. That is a little underwhelming, but Bradley Beal's going to get the bag regardless of where he go, bro. He's going to get the bag. He's not signing for a mid-level. He's not signing for a 1 year. He's not doing that. He's going for the 100% supermax. I deserve. He deserves it.
He doesn't. He doesn't deserve that. But
he doesn't deserve the max.
No. I'm saying he doesn't deserve signing the mid-level exceptions and stuff like that. Of course not. Okay. Unless if he actually really, really, really wants to be on his team, and then in the next future they can actually sign to a long-term deal, that would make more sense. But when it comes to your Knicks, signing Jalen Brunson for a 4-year deal, $110 million. See, Mr. Wilson, this is what I've been trying to tell you. Ever since we started the damn podcast, we made it actually clear to the world that you are the New Jersey Knicks fan. Or that damn jersey you're wearing making me nauseous right now. I can't even stomach you wearing that damn jersey and that damn hat. I've been trying to tell you, the New York Knicks is not a designation for Class A free agents. What y'all do is get Class B and C free agents and actually pay them like Class A free agents. And that's the problem with the damn Knicks. Signing Jalen Brunson $110 million for what? For what? This man just had one of the best years of his life. Now, if I'm Jalen Brunson, I'm like, hell, my father's going to be on the team. This is a money move for me. But to leave a team that you actually went to the Western Conference Finals with, you you still could have got paid, but took less money, not getting $100 million. You could have got $80 million, something like that, depending on how Mark Cuban wanted to pay people, okay? But you could have still got that. Some decent amount of money to stay on a team that actually going to contend to actually get into the playoffs. And this year, you actually made it to the Western Conference Finals, and you're going to leave the Dallas Mavericks for a payday to go to the New York Knicks? I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This does not make any sense. The New York Knicks making all this news and jumping through these hoops just to get Jalen Brunson, not David Lillard, not my dude from the Jazz, Okay,
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell, not anybody else who's a Class A free agent, who's an All Star, who's the franchise player, who you would actually pay the amount of money that the New York Knicks is actually charging Knicks fans like you to pay to come through the turnstile to actually see a game. This is disgusting. This is actually prophecy that the New York Knicks is mediocre franchise that pay Class B and C free agents Class A money.
Is it my turn?
That
Man, my turn. First of all, have you paid attention to what the report says?
which
The
one?
report about Jalen Brunson. The report said, and this is what has me concerned. And I'll get to what you said. Do you know the report says the Knicks intends to sign Jalen Brunson to a 4-year, $110 million deal? Has anybody paid attention to that? Because I have.
Intense. No, the Knicks they
Exactly.
gonna pay him 110 million.
That's not what I'm getting at. The intention is that you're going to sign him. The word intends does not sound 100%.
We know what tens mean, but when it comes to the Knicks, it's an exception. They're gonna pay this
I
man 110 million dollars.
that's not where I'm getting at, bro.
Go ahead.
The intention my means is telling me that everybody in Corson media, because mostly in New York, has already said that the deal is mostly done. It's done. But when I hear the word intends, that gives me cause to pause. The reason why it gives me cause to pause is the simple fact that the media has already talking about he's already signed. But when I hear the word intends, there's another report that says that Dallas, Mark Cuban is here in New York right now, even though he does not want to, even though Jalen Brunson does not want to sign, Mark Cuban is offering him a 5-year, $105 million deal. So when I hear the player intends to sign, unless the words become actually official, like every other free agent that has already signed, even though they signed July 6th, but the deal is basically done with all the free agents, with the
Yeah.
exception of Jalen Brunson. When I hear the word intends, I don't hear he signed, and that concerns me because of the same shit that I just said last week that is going on right now. I said what happened with the draft. What I said, what is going on right now, it concerns the hell out of me because two things I'm going to say with this. Do you remember what happened when DeAndre Jordan signed a couple of years ago with Dallas, but then
Dallas. So what's
when he
yeah.
signed with Dallas, and then Doc Rivers, Chris Paul, and Blake Griffin locked him in the room and gave him all the reason why he should not sign with Dallas and made sure he re-signed with the Clippers. This has the makings of the very same situation. And what concerns me is the fact that we made all these damn trades, we gave up all these damn picks, and the first thing I hear is he intends to sign with the Knicks. See, with this damn media is confusing and conflicting the hell out of me. And I'm hearing, and the Woj reported it on Twitch, not Twitch or whatever site that you guys get your NBA sources from, that Mark Cuban is here in New York City and is going to meet with Jalen Brunson, and then he is
Oh
going
yeah.
to meet with the Knicks. So
Oh yeah.
these
They have
reports,
the Marriott right now. I
they
didn't want to mention that because members of my security team is actually at a player's hotel where Jalen Brunson is actually staying at. But I just wanted you for you to be surprised. But since you already know about it already, this doesn't work out either way for the Knicks. Either he signs with the New York Knicks, they still gonna stink. If he doesn't, he gonna be successful. He gonna be still with the Dallas Mavericks. Maybe contend for a title. This does not work out either way for the New York Knickerbockers, and I love it. Shout out to Saucy Ball for that one. God damn it. Shout out to Saucy Ball. Oh man, I love it. I love it. Hey, it makes sense. It makes sense. Hold on, let me bring it back on. Hold on. Oh man, that is hilarious. Hold on. Everybody, make sure you go subscribe to our podcast. Once we get Marcus back on, make sure you hit that link in the description to actually subscribe to all the platforms we're on. Also, go to Teespring to get some official podcast merch. We appreciate everybody who actually support the podcast, bought some merch, and actually subscribe to all the platforms we're on. We appreciate you. So, in the fall, we actually starting our own network. So, Saucy TV, haven't subscribed yet, it's in the link below. So, we got Saucy Conversation, Saucy Discourse right now, and I also developing other shows to be on the network, and also have other content creator shows that's actually going to be on the network as well. We plan a photo shoot to have everybody be a part of it. If you can't, that's fine. But it's going to be major announcements coming soon, close to September, that we are actually announcing who's going to be a part of the network. So if you'd like to be part of the network, just go to saucytv@gmail.com, and I will send you all the information on what we are trying to achieve with this network. And just to give you a basic description of the network, is basically we trying to get away from YouTube, because YouTube, they have certain regulations that you can't say this, you can't say that, and you have to be a part of being 100,000 subscribers, stuff like that, to even monetize on a network. So starting our own network will actually bring in more revenue, so you don't have to have 100,000 subscribers to make money. The network doesn't have to make money having 1,000 subscribers and stuff like that. Hold on, let me bring Marcus back on. Oh damn, he actually shut up. What's up, Will? Shout out to Will, man. Shout out to Naquan. Shout out to my cousin Q. What up, Q? See you, man. Thanks for the love and support, bro. Appreciate y'all for joining the podcast. We're live. As you know, we go live. Shit happens. All right, hold on. Real quick. Yeah, so hold on. I was actually giving everybody the rundown for the network that's to be started in September.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah. So I'll just
give them the good word.
Yeah, I already pretty much did all that, but I just shouting everybody out who actually joined the show on the chat. Shout out to everybody who actually in the chat. Shout out to everybody who's actually on Twitch right now. We appreciate you. If you haven't joined that Twitch channel, then make sure you hit that link in the description. But yeah, what we were talking about, your Knicks.
You're just sitting here laughing at my pain again, like you always do.
Oh yeah, because even you signed Jalen Brunson, I mean, it's still not a good thing. You signed to a 4-year, $100 million contract, and if you don't sign him, he actually reneged on a deal. They actually signed it with the Knicks, attending to sign with the Knicks. I mean, where do you go from there? I mean, you clear all this cap space to get this guy, and he reneges it. Oh, I can't wait. To see this actually play out. To see the suffering that's going to be on your face, the pain that's going to be on your face when it comes to your Knicks wearing that damn jersey making me nauseous, it's going to make my day. Because y'all Knicks fans be getting on my nerves all damn day today. Talk about, what you going to do now? I mean, you got KD, he want out. Kyrie want out. Just find out the Brooklyn Nets was my team. I'm just saying that I'm a KD fan, a Kyrie fan. That's what I was saying. I was riding with the Brooklyn Nets because they was on that. Okay, just like in the early 2000s, I was rocking with Jason Kidd, Kim Martin, the rest of the crew, Matumbo, and all that. Okay, I was riding with them because I love Jason Kidd. I think he's top two, one of the greatest point guards of all time, top three. Disrespect for Steph Curry. I don't consider him a point guard, but okay. But you get what I'm coming from. But at the end of the day, I cannot wait to see how this plays out with your Knicks. There's nothing will make me more.
You're sick.
If he doesn't, if he reneges on his deal with the Knicks, oh my God, I don't care if his father there. I don't care if his father there. I don't care he had the relationship with Leon Rose, whatever. If this man reneges on a deal and Mark Cuban is in New York as we speak, talking to my security team right now at the Marriott. Off of him, how many money you said?
Apparently, it's 5 years, $105 million to stay in.
Woo! That's like good money to make.
And you know what's so funny about this? I think the contract with that, especially since the salary cap next year will be going up to $122 million. 122, 123. A contract like that won't even matter. Because when you got a guy like Luka, he's going to get what? 70, 80? Hell, you may have potential to get an
Might get more than that. Because the hard cap is at 150 million. The hard cap is at 150 million. So Luka's gonna get like 300 million. He's gonna get 300 million.
Bro,
if Bradley Beal gets 250 million dollars, Luka Doncic deserves 350 million dollars for like 6 or 7 years.
Maybe 4.
And he's young.
Maybe 4. Yeah, he's only what, 24, 25?
He's gonna get Mark Trout money. You know that, right? Luka's gonna get Mark Trout money.
I mean, we can't say the man don't deserve it. We can't say that.
No, he deserves it. Yeah, but he just need a Robin. If he gets a Robin, because he's already the Batman. If he gets a Robin, Luka Doncic is gonna be in a good position to actually contend for a title because he's young. So if he can weigh out Curry and them for the next couple of years, it's gonna be his league, his conference. I'm gonna say his league, his conference. The West Conference is gonna be under Luka Doncic.
Correct. See, I was thinking about my second part, what I was saying about all this, right? I want
your next.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't want Jalen Brunson on the team anyway. Well, but then you traded Kemba Walker. We have not heard
that bum.
Seen. Shut up. Watch your mouth.
That
we
bum.
have not served. We traded Kemba Walker already. We have not heard nor seen anything from Derrick Rose the last couple. We ain't heard or seen from.
What you got? You still got that skin disease? You couldn't go to Walmart and get some AD ointment. I mean, what's going on with Derrick Rose?
I look. Must you mock everything that I have on my team? Just sit and listen.
I'm just asking the question.
I don't know. We have not seen or heard from Derrick Rose in months.
I mean, he just got dry skin on there. What the hell is going on?
We are still not sure about IQ Manuel quickly. I think he's more of a 6-man. I believe he's more fit for a.
He should leave, by the way.
No, he should not leave. He's more of a. He's on a rookie deal. He's not going nowhere unless he gets traded. He's more on a.
Get traded. I asked for a trade.
Shut up! My God. He's more of a Colin Sexton type player off the bench. And
hell no.
Yes, he is.
Colin Sexton?
Exactly that. Yes, he's a Colin Sexton type player. He can get hot. Emmanuel is one of those players that get hot immediately. There's a reason why he didn't start unless it was through injury. What I'm saying is, I didn't want Jalen Brunson.
You like a John Starks to your team? He's like a first year John Starks on the Knicks. He didn't start his first year with the Knicks. He started like a second-third year with the Knicks when they actually made it to the finals. By the way,
you do not need to tell me about John. Just leave the man alone. He has done nothing to you. Leave the man alone. Anyway,
well, he doesn't do anything to me. It's his job is bringing him up like he's the best the greatest thing since sliced bread. You know what I'm saying? You celebrate this man every goddamn year at the Garden for no reason. At the same time, this man cost y'all a championship. And this man for 0 for 100 for 3-point range. And then Pat Riley, by the way, who shouldn't even be allowed at MNG, just like John Starks, okay, cost y'all a championship in 1994. Okay, in Game 7 against the Houston Rockets, because you didn't want to take out John Stark, and he has so much confidence. How much confidence do you need in a person that go for 0 for 20 for 3-point range? And you got Rolando Blackman on the bench, who's the better shooter than John Starks ever been in his whole career. Actually, a most time All-Star, and not put him in the game. It don't make any sense with me. It's 2022. It still doesn't make any sense.
Are you done? Are you done?
Listen. Watching John Starks in that game. Listen, it was on NBA TV. It was on NBA TV. Just watching John Stark. This came to my mind real quick.
Right now, and let's just gather up all these bricks and let's build a shelter for the homeless, so that maybe your mother has a place to live, and your sister too. I want your mother and your sister out of my house immediately.
I'm just saying. Okay, go ahead.
The disrespect I get on this network is unbelievable, bro. I'll tell you that right now. The slander I get.
Oh, stop being a Knicks fan. At least go to Detroit where you got family at. You know, who had a bright future other than your Knicks. You can at least go. Can you at least go to Detroit? Since you don't want to go to Boston, can you at least go to Detroit Pistons, who had a better future than the actually Knicks right now? You know that, right?
I can't do that right now.
Oh my God! See.
I can't do that right now.
Contamination.
I said, stop comparing my team to a virus. Something's wrong with y'all. Stop comparing
Excuse me?
to a virus. We are not.
The Knicks is the virus. What you talking about? Is the virus going on? Is the virus going around in that franchise? I think the Knicks actually started COVID. I think the Knicks actually started COVID. Every time you go in Madison Garden or walk past it, you just get a little sick. You know, you get the scratchy eyes, the throat get all tight and stuff like. You get the tears and the mucus just start running down your nose and stuff like that. You just get a nasty head cold every time you walk past Madison Garden when the Knicks is actually playing. Not when you go into a wrestling or Disney on Ice at Madison Garden. You feel fine. But when you actually go into a Knicks game at Madison Square Garden, you just start feeling sick. That's what I'm saying.
You know, if you weren't my friend, you would have got your ass with a comment like that.
I just had to.
No, you
go ahead.
You know, see, all I'm simply saying is this. We have had some signings in previous years, or last 20 fucking years, that have gone absolutely bad. And Jalen Brunson is a good player. The problem is, I just don't see him as a fit on this team. And then if the signing does happen, we're going to be a team that is handicapped for left-handers because we got Brunson that only goes left. We know RJ. RJ has kind of used his right a little bit, but we all know that Julius Randle was going to lose his left. Oh no, he's used his right a little bit this year. He said the NBA played a lot better. A couple games during the season. I watched him use his right a little bit, just a little bit. I don't lie. But we all
against the Wizards or somebody. I mean,
yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who the team is. I seen him use his right a little bit. That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter. The team they ain't gonna work. He didn't use against the Nets last year. I tell you that.
All right. Golly, Jesus.
What? That's speaking the truth.
No. Oh, hush. And then we all know Randall's always going left because that's his favorite way to go. Everybody, every coach knows. Oh, you know where he going left, and then he's still gonna go left because he has no idea how to use his right hand. You can be in the gym all you want to, and don't mean a damn thing to me. As a Knicks fan, and as every Knicks fan, I believe we all want Randall gone. We hope he is traded. We hope he gone. If I would trade him for a bag of Doritos right now, that's how bad I want my most improved. I don't want to hear it.
No. You're not getting left off the hook. Y'all not getting left off the hook when it comes to Julius Randle.
I want my
Because when this man
I know.
made the All-Star team, when this man lay out to the playoffs, you haven't been in a damn decade. And lead to one win. Y'all want to act like y'all won a damn championship and actually block 34th Street like it's already traffic on 34th Street, but you want to make more traffic because y'all won one playoff game in a damn decade. Y'all was actually bragging about this man Julius Randle. Okay, oh yeah, he's the next big thing to the New York Knicks. This man's the franchise player. Then the year after that, y'all all of a sudden y'all want to turn tables on Julius Randle like he's nothing to y'all. Nope. Your guys, Knicks fans actually vouch for this man. That's why he got the contract that he actually got right now with the $100 million, and that's based on New York Knicks fans like you. Okay, so y'all gonna have to deal with it because nobody else wants Julius Randle, player who can't even make the damn USA basketball team with no Class A players on the team.
Anywho, like I was so rudely
No.
I'm only saying no. It's because of the fact that the man, if you sign a contract after the year that you had, you're most improved, you led the team to the playoffs, we expect you to improve. Not only did you declined in points, rebounds, efficiency, scoring, 3-point percentage, and free throw and PER rate. You dropped down in pretty much every single category from the previous year that happened. What am I supposed to do with a guy like that that does not improve, and then you so damn sensitive that you want to boo us when we want you to do good. We don't want you to suck. But clearly you want to boo us because you in your feelings because we expect you to ball out like we know you can, and you want to ball out and you want to put the make you want to boo us. No, we want your ass to go now. And then you've been doing dumb things like there's so many times we had point guards on the roster. We had an Alec Burks. We had a Kemba Walker. We had Julius. We had Derrick Rose. We even had Quickly who could play the point guard position. But who's bringing the ball down the court? This dude. Where is he going? Left. What is he doing? The first 10, 15 minutes of the shot clock, he's dribbling, and then wants to go all the way to the left side and does a damn fadeaway, or he wants to hesitate when he's at the basket and then throw the ball 15 feet high in the air, expecting somebody to catch it to be a turnover.
Can I ask you a question?
Know these things. Go ahead, ask me.
Can I ask you a question? What was the difference, coaching-wise, when it came to Julius Randle, the first year when he actually was successful with the team, made the All-Star team, put all these points, double-doubles and stuff like that, to last year when he just totally disappeared and having issues and doing the dump downs and everything? What's the difference coaching-wise? And does that fall on the coaching staff?
Absolutely. That falls on Tibbs also because he wants to continue playing Taj Gibson 35 fucking minutes instead of letting Obi.
No, not to $1 Gibson. I'm talking about just strictly Julius Randle. Right. What was the difference of him playing when he made the All-Star team, right? Led y'all to the playoffs the first time in a damn decade, to last year not even making the damn playoff playing, but to actually not being the All-Star and actually being actually pain in the ass, because this is Saucy Discourse, that's what we do, being a pain in the ass.
Pain ass, exactly. Like
to the Knicks, to the fans, and to the Knicks organization.
Very simple. Efficiency. You wasn't efficient. As I just said, I just eloquently stated, everything that he did last year, the previous year, when he won the most improved player, to this year, we had higher expectations. Did I expect you to drop 30 and 10 in every game? No. What I expect you to be is more efficient in your game. But not only did you immediately drop off, but you made dumb decisions in tight situations and tight games. When we want you to come on the court, first of all, every Knicks fan has seen on video, when it comes to crunch time, why are you sitting on the other side of the court? Why are you sitting on the other side of the bench by yourself, but the whole team is in a damn huddle? That's number one. Number two, why are you taking the ball in your hands when everybody and their mama, every single team, every single defensive play, drop coverage or not, they know you going left. Because most teams, they only have to drop for you because they know what you're doing. That's two. Number three, you dribbling the ball down the court. You're bringing the ball down the court. You're not running the ball. You're not running the offense through anybody else. You're running it through yourself, and then you take 9, 10, 11, 12 dribbles like you're Westbrook halfway through the shot clock, and then you taking necessary jumpers, and then you're hesitating and throwing the ball damn near having turnovers, critical turnovers, like the games in Portland when we was up 21 and we ended up losing by 10. Like the same week when we was up by 25, we lost in double overtime to some kids in Oklahoma City, and you had a kid named Josh Giddey, had a freaking the first career game Josh Giddey had, who was guarding you, by the way, locked your ass up. You had 5 critical turnovers in that first overtime. Had that Oklahoma City, up and rising team, go to double overtime, and Josh Giddey dropped a triple double on you. And then the same week, no KD, no Kyrie, no Ben Simmons, no Blake Griffin, no LaMarcus Aldridge, and you lose when you're up by 28 at home.
How much of that falls on the coaching staff? That falls on Tibbs as well. Why are you giving Julius Randle the freedom to actually bring up the ball? You have a point guard, do you? You got Devin Rose with his one-legged self, and then you got Alec Burke and stuff like that. You have them bringing up the damn ball. Why you got Julius Randle bringing up the damn ball and actually going to ISO? It doesn't make any sense, and he's going one way.
You know why? Because Tibbs is letting him do that shit. That's why I'm telling you. This doesn't also fall on Julius Randle. Julius Randle gets the percentage of the blame on this, but it also goes to Tibbs. Why? Because Tibbs has never been an offensive coach. We know this. He's been a primarily defensive head coach. Not to mention, was I okay with some of the signings we did? I was cool with Kemba coming home. I was cool with it. I said it here on this podcast. I was cool with Kemba coming home.
I don't know why you told that. That was a disaster.
See, there you go.
I didn't say it was a disaster, man.
See, you ain't gotta say nothing. Just let it go. See, was I okay with Evan Fournier signing a 4-year, $78 million deal? Hell no. That man don't deserve no $78 million. If you give him 50, cool. 40, great. That's a bargain. But you gave the man 4 years, $78 million. Now you're trying to trade his ass, which you should. You already traded Alec Burks, who was a better commodity than Alec and Evan Fournier is. Because Evan Fournier is just a shooter. Yes, he hit more threes than any Knick in history. Yes. But then he did that one game where he hit 10 threes against Boston, where he played the year before that. And then the next game against a team like Orlando, the man only has 5 freaking points. There's no inconsistency. He's a shooting-wise Jason Tatum type. He shows up one game, and then you can't find him in a bag of peanuts and chips in the next game. But in the honesty, it falls on Tibbs. Tibbs is not a defense. He's not an offensive coach. He's a defensive coach. We need offensive coach. That's what we needed. I never wanted Tibbs. I was like, okay, Tibbs. All right. And now you see what we're going through.
Should never fire Mike Wilson.
No, we should never fire. That's a great damn point. We should have never fired Mike Wilson. You fired the man that got you the Atlantic Division crown with old ass players, with an old Jason Kidd, with JR, with Melo, with Tyson Chandler, who was your defensive player of the year that year, by the way, get you past the first round against the Boston Celtics, and it hasn't been done since.
And those are injuries. To be fair, those are injuries to the Boston Celtics. But go ahead.
It don't matter. A win is a win. Damn it. A win is a win. And then the JR things happen, and then you know what happened after that. But that's not here nor there.
Straight to hell.
Straight to hell. I'm just saying, in terms of Jalen Brunson, bro, this signing reminds me of a guy that I'm going to bring up that you probably don't remember. Do you remember the name Jerome James?
Of course I remember Jerome James. Very talented player, but once he put on that Knick jersey, it just went to, I don't know where he went. This talent just went down the toilet.
The man had a career high points, rebounds percentage when he was in Seattle. The minute he stayed, the Knicks gave him a 5-year, $85 million deal. thinking that this
Mm-hmm.
dude was going to be a star. The minute he
Mm-hmm.
got there was the time he should have left, and he should have never signed that contract. And it is not the
Mm-hmm.
disrespect. This is not the play Jalen Brunson. I really think he is a damn good player. But if he signs this 4-year, $110 million deal, bro, and he does not perform to that contract, Leon Rose has to go. Worldwide
Should have
West
been
has to
gone, in
go.
my opinion.
You should. The whole front staff needs to go. We know bum ass Dolan ain't going nowhere no time soon. That's probably the biggest flaw in this whole thing.
No,
Because he
that's your
don't
fault.
bother. No, he don't bother the Rangers. If you notice, the Rangers in the damn near about to be in this was about to be in the Stanley
Because
Cup
the
final.
Rangers selling nobody's damn business, and the Ranger fans are more united than it is actually with Nick fans because they tell him to stay the hell away. Let us deal with this. But and when the Rangers is not performing to a high standard, they don't support the team. But when Nick fans get introduced to a product that is not appealing and actually stink, and fans are showing up with brown paper bags on top of their face because the actually product stinks, but still selling out Madison Square Garden, buying season tickets like Spike Lee with his New York Nick loving self,
Damn
with his
on
New
you
York
ain't
Nick
gonna
loving
disrespect
self.
Spike. You ain't gonna
I'm
disrespect
just Spike. I just
You ain't
Spike. He's one of your
I'm telling you.
problems. He's one of your problems.
Spike is one of the problems. Spike
Yes,
is
he's
our
one of the
mascot.
problems.
He's our
Yes.
mascot. You people
Oh,
Spike.
that's a damn shame to have Mr. to have
That's
Mr.
our
Spike
mascot.
Lee as a
You don't think
mascot is a damn problem.
No, he's not the problem. He's a solution.
No, he
Spike is
ain't a
our
damn
mascot.
solution. No, he's
Spike is our
not.
mascot. Be
You got people
respectful.
like Spike Lee, Stephen A. Smith, Tracy Morgan, Fat Joe, and all them Ben Stiller, all them damn celebrities that actually support this team during the time it actually really stunk. Really stuck up the point. I mean, yeah, nobody. This people actually support the team, still buying season tickets, and James Stoller is actually just counting this money like Pops from the Wayne brothers. He just counted this money. He just counted his money because he knows y'all are going to sell out Madison Garden regardless when it comes to the Knicks. But with the Knicks fans like you in that damn jersey need to boycott the New York Knicks. And what I mean by boycott, do not support the team monetize wise. No buy no tickets, no buy no damn jerseys and hats like you wearing. Do not do anything that will actually put money in James Dolan pockets. And once you do that, y'all should all unite like I did on 34th Street when I won our first playoff game in damn a decade. Come together back on 34th Street and ask James Dolan to damn sell the team. And once y'all do that,
Well, you know that if I say that.
it's gonna come to the league. It's gonna come to the league where I work at, and actually gonna go to the board of the directors. And the board of directors is actually gonna have a conversation, actually kicking James Dolan out on the owners side of it, and actually bringing new ownership to the New York Knicks. See, y'all just think I'm just talking. See, I don't just talk. I know what I know, and listen very well. Okay, just like the Clippers did,
Listen.
just like the Clippers did with that racist owner they did.
Yeah.
Y'all can do the same thing, not support the team, and other players cannot support this team. Y'all need to throw your damn jerseys off like the one you have on now, mid-cart, saying we need new ownership. And once y'all do that, James Dolan will be out at Knicks owner. And once y'all do that, then we can actually talk about y'all actually prospering in life. But actually knowing y'all, that contamination they actually wear when it comes to your hats and your jerseys and your banners. Y'all not gonna do that because you're too damn lazy and you're not united on kicking James out.
All I'm gonna say is this: I'm gonna end it right here. Somehow, somewhere. You gonna be all right. I don't know how.
Get the fuck out of here! One fucking warming up. Get out of here!
Stop the cat. Stop the cat.
Somehow, some way, I don't need to stop the cap. You know me for over 25 years. I just want to be happy. I know it's hard to be happy, being not to be happy, being the next man, but somehow I still believe in my team. I don't know. I'm
It's
losing
the
hope.
same thing.
I'm losing hope. I'm losing hope.
Y'all complain and mope around how y'all not successful, and then when people actually on the outside give y'all suggestions that actually to move the hell on or what y'all need to do, y'all want to say, you know what? I'm a New York Knicks fan. I'm loyal. I don't want any changes, and this is what I have to deal with. You can't have it both ways. So if you're gonna moan and complain about the Knicks and how unsuccessful they has been since 1973, by the way, since the last time you won a damn championship, well, Walt Clyde Frazier wearing cow print and cheated print suits, by the way, which he's still wearing, by the way. Somebody needs to buy. Somebody need to buy Walt Clyde Frazier a decent suit. Can you at least buy Walt Clyde Frazier a decent suit?
No, why you disrespecting Clyde? What Clyde do to you, fam?
Cause he think he pimp of the year. What Clyde Frazier did he pimp of the year wearing them damn cheetah print and cow print suits like in 1973? What's wrong with him? With the Pumas on?
What Clyde do to you, bro? I just want to know, what did Clyde do to you?
He gets on my damn nerves. That's what Clyde Frazier slashing and dashing, hooping and scooping, slashing. I don't want to hear all that pimp talk, that Riley pimp talk. Sound like Jerome from Martin. I don't want to hear all that. Sound like Dolomite.
I said,
That's exactly how Walt Clyde Frazier.
That's right. That's right. Be respectful.
When you listen to it, if you watch a Nick game or MG, he sound just like that. Sound like Dolomite. I want to listen. If I want to watch Dolomite, I watch the damn movies and that damn movie where Eddie Murphy did on Netflix. I don't want to watch Dolomite when I watch a Nick game. Okay?
Now you want to hate. So now you want to hate.
Can y'all buy Walt Clyde? The man's still making money, by the way, not just off the Knicks, but also on the Pumas. But can you at least get himself a decent suit? Can you put that in his contract when it comes to the Madison Square Garden?
There's nothing wrong with a suit.
Buy Walt Clyde Frazier a decent suit from Banana Republic. Hell, he can afford a roll in the Bronx, and I can show him all kinds of decent suits.
No. There's nothing wrong with Clyde's suit. First of all, people stop disrespecting Clyde. Clyde ain't do nothing to you. There's nothing wrong.
Yes, he did.
Clyde ain't nothing wrong with Clyde. Clyde ain't do nothing to you. Clyde gonna be.
Oh my God! All right, yeah.
Clyde is always smooth every single day.
Y'all be stuck in the 70s all you want. Be good. Okay, fine. Be stuck in the 70s.
I was even bored.
Be stuck in the 70s. Y'all keep celebrating that 1973 team. Ain't gonna be nobody left to show up at Madison Square Garden. That's all I'm saying. Okay. All nobody gonna be there is Mr. Hot Hip himself, Phil Jackson. Walt Clyde Frazier with his crazy ass suits. And what's his name? What was his name? Black Jesus. What's his name? Moreau. Earl Pearl Moreau. Earl Pearl Moreau with his black leather suits. His black leather suits. Black leather jackets.
So now you want to disrespect Earl Pearl now? So now you want to disrespect
Earl Pearl. No, don't get me wrong. Earl Pearl. I met Earl Pearl Monroe. He's cool. He's cool. He cool people. I met him at Chris party a couple times. But wearing them damn leather jackets is killing me. Okay, you killing me. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So now you're
I would say. I mean, you need a better stylist. That's what I'm saying.
Disrespectful.
But anyway, is there any other thing you would like to talk about when it comes to free agency that actually caught your eye?
It is one thing that caught my eye, free agency. Not really any big moves. Not really. It's really because I think it's only the first day. It's still early. I mean, we know about John Wall going to the Clippers. We know about Lonnie Walker. I think he made a great move going to the Lakers. Lonnie Walker is one of the most underrated players in the game right now. If you have not seen this dude hops or his dude highlights,
Damon Jones
Lonnie
too.
Walker, yeah, Lonnie Walker, he needs to be on the dunk contest because his hops is crazy. he could get buckets in a quickness. I think that's one of the Lakers' best moves. I think the best move that of the day hasn't even been talked about, and that's with James Harden. We gotta talk about it. The fact that for the first time in his career, he didn't opt in and sabotage the 76ers, knowing what type of ass whooping he was going to get the minute he left State Farm Arena, not State Farm, Wells Fargo Arena in Philly. He wasn't going to be safe in Philly if he made that if he got that contract extension, because even James had to realize at a certain point, like, you know what, I'm cool. I'm not the guy that's going to get you 30 and 10. I'm not the guy. I'll get a triple double here and there, but I'm not the guy to give you 30 and 10. But I'm gonna opt out, re-sign for lesser money, so you can re-sign me for a lesser deal. So I'm going to drop 20 and 9 or 20 and 8, and B's still going to do his thing. Max is still going to do his thing, but we need some more role players, which is why they got PJ Tucker. I think Miami losing PJ Tucker is going to hurt, regardless of, let's say they get KD.
Big time.
It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt huge. It's going to hurt
Big time.
Because remember, you saw how productive PJ. I won't say productive. You saw how much it meant for Milwaukee when he was there. They won a championship. I'm not saying PJ Tucker is a major X factor, but he means something to the team. What happened the next year? He go to Miami. Did Milwaukee make the playoff? Did they go to the finals? No, they didn't win the championship.
Nope.
They didn't have PJ Tucker. They didn't have that guy that can get into Jason Tatum and Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown. They didn't have him, even if it was Game 7.
Right.
Now he leaves that team in Miami, regardless of who y'all getting coming in. You lose a PJ Tucker. Now they don't have a power forward. They don't have a 4. Now y'all go out and get a 4. Regardless if it might be KD or not. You still got to get somebody else. And now he goes to another contender that's in the East Coast, but this time he gets 3 years out of it, $27 million. The fact that they got PJ Tucker, DeAnthony Melton, when you traded Danny Green, because Danny Green ain't playing in a hot minute because he tore his ACL in the playoffs, and he probably won't be back till next year. And also the fact that you traded for DeAnthony Melton, you got, as I just said, PJ Tucker. One thing I told you that Philly needs is depth and more two-way players. They did that all in one day. One day. Am I going to say Philly? Right now, Philly might be the best team in the East with the whole Brooklyn Nets situation. I don't think Boston's going to be back in the finals. It's between Milwaukee and Philly right now is the best 2 teams in the Eastern Conference. I'm not ruling out Chicago. I'm not ruling out Toronto. I'm damn sure not going to rule out Miami. Those are my 6 right there, and I don't even have a specific order. I have to wait and see what happens with Atlanta, even though they're going to piss my ass off again because they always find a way to do it. But overall, I think James Harden opting out and having other teams, because the deal's already done, bro. Deal's already done. They just got to figure out the money and the years and all that. It's probably like 2 years, like 50, 60 something. For 40 years, I'm still going to get bread. I'm still going to do what I do. And he had to be in shape. The other good move that's not talked about, bro, how about Joe Ingles going to the Bucks? Oh, that's sneaky.
Wait. Well, hold on. Let me get my take. James Harden.
Go ahead.
Okay.
James Harden.
We got to give James Harden a lot of credit.
Absolutely.
And not allow his ego to get involved in this. Because James Harden actually making this move for not opting in, right? It gives him a chance to add other players they could surround him with Embiid, and also get the front office option to get Tobias Harris the hell out of Philly. They can add another scorer or a two-way player that can score and also play defense to this Philly roster. So kudos to James Harden, because a lot of people won't give him credit, but we give him credit here on Saucy Discourse. Well deserved. Good decision of opting out.
Absolutely.
Having a short-term deal where you might get $40, $50, $60 million, I think in that range as well. And also leaving money on the table. Yeah, and also leaving money on the table for Maxi as well.
Mm-hmm.
Doc still being there. This is
Is
a good
Max?
situation.
Hold on, is
Maxi,
Maxie on
right?
a rookie deal? He's still on a rookie deal, so he's not going to sign for like another year or two.
But he's eligible to
Right,
sign an
right, right,
extension.
right, right. Already? Damn,
Yeah.
these rookie deals. Shoot. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it goes fast. Yeah. So yeah, he's able to sign an extension
Mm-hmm.
with the Sixers
Mm-hmm.
to leave money on the table for him. That's a good move by James Harden. Also to
Absolutely.
add other role players as well. I totally agree with you. This deal's already done. They need to figure out the numbers and stuff like that.
That's all they gotta do. That's all they gotta do.
Yeah, yeah. For the Philadelphia 76ers, I will be looking into. Well, let me just say this: the Tucker deal is great because you need some toughness. That toughness for that team. You need some toughness for that team,
Mm-hmm.
and he can hit them corner 3-point shots, and also defend the best player on the other team.
Right.
Tucker actually proved that, and he actually deserved that money. So
Absolutely.
that's actually a plus.
Absolutely.
Housley is a good pickup. Housley Jr. is a good pickup
Yeah, I agree with
for
you.
the Sixers. The only issue with the Sixers is they need to add more shooting. The question is where they don't get this more shooting from because the only issue with them they don't have any depth. They didn't have in the playoffs last year. So leaving this money off the table for James Harden, right, and adding some players to surround it with him and B and Maxi, they
Right.
need to add some good role players and some shooting to actually get the job done. If
I agree with you.
and when they do that,
Mm-hmm.
then the 76ers is a top 3 seed in the Eastern Conference and contenders since Brooklyn is being on to going to the Eastern Finals. Um,
And you already have a pissed off Embiid that in his eyes he felt like I
should
should
be
have
the
been
MVP.
MVP.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
should have
yeah. Of
been
course.
MVP.
And B got screwed for that MVP. He got
I
screwed.
don't know
And
about
shout out to
that.
Jokic. He got his money. He got his money as well. His two
Ooh, he
hundred
got the
eighty-five million
biggest.
with the Nuggets. He got
Ooh,
his
on
money. He
his
got his
last
money.
his fifth year, he's going to earn up to $60 million. Ooh,
Yeah, he deserve it. He deserve it. And
ooh.
then that different team's gonna be scary too coming in next season because you got Murray coming back. You got Jamal
Oh
Murray coming
yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah.
That's going and I think they should get rid of Michael Porter Jr. because I can't trust his health. But
His health
Jamal
is
Murray,
questionable.
yes, they gonna be an issue. Good job resigning Jeff Green as well.
Yeah,
Getting rid of Will Barton and all them to adding on other players as well to support Jokic.
getting
The
KCP was
Denver
a good
Nuggets,
go.
yeah. KCP is way better than Barton.
Uh, no, I do think he's more
This is
consistently a
this is
better shooter. Yeah,
this is why I
Barton is
say that
more of
because
a
he's a two-way
playmaker.
player.
Right,
Barton, I mean
he's more of yeah, he's Barton is more
Pope.
of a playmaker. He can
Pope
score,
is a
but he's
two-way
more of a
player. He can
right,
play good defense and he can actually
right,
shoot your lights out.
right,
So that's a
right,
good
right,
picker for Denver Nuggets.
right.
So the Denver Nuggets is going to be scary coming in next season. With the only thing I would actually say about them Nuggets is the health of Jamal Murray. If
The
Jamal
health
Murray
of Jamal Murray or Michael
yeah,
Porter, because I
no,
think it's way more
they
Murray,
should get rid of
way
Michael
more
Porter
Murray.
Jr. I'm saying Jamal Murray is the important piece for the Denver Nuggets. So that's your 1-2 punch. Murray and Jokic. If Jamal Murray return like Kevin Durant returned from the Achilles injury, shooting lights out, leaving off what he did in the bubble,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
the Denver Nuggets is scary and is a threat to the Golden State Warriors. Period.
I will agree with that. I mean, you get a now Denver has no excuses, with the exception of health. That's the only thing that's stopping Denver is health.
Right.
You already have, like I said, you're gonna have a full Jamal Murray. You're gonna have, hopefully, God willing, you're gonna have a full Michael Porter Jr. Hopefully, because I believe that he's the absolute wild card. If a team trades for Michael Porter Jr. thinking that he's gonna have upside, you make the deal. You make the deal because there's a reason why Homie fell to 14th. We know what he can do offensively. He's still developing defensively. But the back problems to me are a huge freaking question mark as they was. That's why he didn't even last in college, which is why he's already been out half the season a couple of times already. You get a healthy Michael Porter Jr., you're good. You already see what he can do in the court. I believe he has probably, when you talk about youth and future stardom, Michael Porter Jr. could be that dude if he stays healthy. The only thing is stopping him is his health. I think a lot of teams will look at him, but if I'm Denver, I'm like, yo, if he get injured this year, if he's out 5-6 games, that's a radical improvement from what he was possibly the last 2 years. Because remember, he didn't even play the first year. He didn't play the first year.
All right.
Damn. He came back the second year. We already saw what he did. And then what happened last year? He got hurt again. And remember, these are not different injuries. They're all the same injuries. The same back problem that he had in college, same back problem he had in high school, the same back problem he has when he's been playing with Denver. They've all been the same type of injuries. But if he can improve and stay healthy and play more games and be lesser injured, because I'm not going to sit around and say every player is going to play 82 games, because that's impossible. Injuries happen in the NBA. But the complete other fact that if you can get a Michael Porter Jr. to play, let's say 60 games. Matter of fact, let me get 55. You can get him to play 55 games, or you can trade him for a commodity. Why? Because you got a player that was so injury prone. He might be more injury prone than Anthony Davis right now. And that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. Because AD, he would play some games and they'd be injured. But once Michael Porter is out, you shut him down. You shut him down. If you can get a 55 games on Michael Porter Jr. and he is productive, or you can trade him to another team that's going to be rebuilded. You can easily do that.
Oh, yeah.
And that easily helps Denver. That easily helps them. I agree with you, Denver being one of the scariest teams in the Western Conference. Everybody's always going to easily say Memphis. They're going to say Dallas. They're going to say Phoenix. They're going to say those three teams. But there's one team that nobody ain't talking about. You want to talk about healthy?
Who?
Next year, everybody forgot about Kawhi Leonard. Did you forget?
Oh my God!
Kawhi Leonard is coming back. You got a fully healthy Kawhi Leonard. You got my man, playoff Paul George, PG-13. And now you actually have a legit point guard, a legit playmaker. John Wall, Marcus Morris, you just re-signed Zubac. You have a legit squad, a championship. Oh, I'm sorry, Robert Covington and Norman Powell. This is all on one squad. All on one squad. Terrence Mann, you just re-signed. I forgot who they just re-signed. Amir Coffey. You have a legit contender for the Western Conference right now if Kawhi is healthy. I'm saying it right now. Clippers is going to be a problem next year. I'm saying it right here on this podcast. Clippers, Western Conference Finals, they're going to make up for doing me bad in the bubble against it. See, I already know what's coming. I know. Go ahead. Play it. I know.
Get the fuck out of here! One fucking woman up! Get out of here!
Stop the cat
right now and let's just gather up all these bricks and let's build a shelter for the homeless so that maybe your mother has a place to live. And your sister too. I want your mother. You don't feel shit up all the motherfucking time.
I don't care. I'm saying it right here. They're going to be back. You're going to regret. And I'm going to rub it in your face every single time, like how you rub it every time with KD destroys my team. You know, it's all good. It's all good. Because
Pandemic P.
Pandemic
P. That's you, baby. Mr. Street Clothes #2, Kawhi Leonard. The last time we saw Kawhi Leonard, he was at a he was at the damn Super Bowl.
He was everywhere. He was everywhere.
He had the Super Bowl with Pat WP at the damn Super Bowl when them damn Rams won the damn championship and actually just previously just screwed Tom Brady of his damn 7th championship. That's another topic for another day. Okay.
Ain't got nothing to do with it, man.
Oh please, the Clippers ain't going nowhere, especially with no damn John Wall. They're all gonna be injured next year.
They have a legit playmaker since Rondo. They have a legit playmaker. The man ain't playing 3 years. You can't tell me he can. Or if you can't tell me he can't pass the ball anymore. Am I expecting John Wall to be? All he gonna do is get going.
Actually, he played last year. He played last year more than played a certain amount of games.
Yeah. But I think the Clippers are not done yet. They ain't done yet. They still got to move or two to make. And when you got top 3 coach in Tyronn Lue, who is widely regarded as some would say the best coach in basketball, that is not named Steve Kerr or Greg Popovich or Eric Spoelstra, then you want to have a problem. And you have a fully healthy team. Oh, yeah. Oh, we coming.
Oh, please.
We coming. Don't hate.
Moving on from the damn NBA, let's get into some wrestling.
All right, talk to me about it.
What made me discuss it this week, started with Monday Night Raw, is seeing this guy being celebrated 20 plus years. All of a sudden, they want to celebrate John Cena. It has made me sick to my stomach. I can't stand John Cena.
Why?
In and outside the ring, he is corny to me. He's corny. He's corny to me. I can't stand John Cena. So actually put this man on a pedestal for 20 plus years and celebrate that is totally disgusting. John Cena is not one of the greatest of all time. He's not. He's not. I'm saying that on this podcast. He's not. He's not. I can't stand John Cena. That man. Listen, that man took advantage of the PG era.
Oh my god.
That man.
Oh my god.
Does not deserve the praise he actually getting right now. You mean to tell me I had a turn on Monday Night Raw, which is already horrible, by the way. It's totally horrible, way. It's totally horrible.
I know this.
Totally horrible about Monday Night Raw. So I gotta watch John Cena being celebrated 20 plus years, added to the adjustments and stuff like that. For what? For what?
Cap. I'm calling Cap.
This is the calling Cap for what?
I'm calling Cap. You know what this game ain't got nothing to do. Ain't got nothing to do. You know, I know why you hate John Cena. This ain't got nothing to do with none of the crap you just said. It got to do with one reason and one reason only. Because WrestleMania 36 against Bray Wyatt and the Firefly Funhouse, it was not his idea. It was Shane McMahon's idea. It has nothing to do with 20 years. It has nothing to do with what he do it off the court or off the wrestling ring. He's a great movie star. He's an ambassador. He has given over the most Make-A-Wish Foundation to millions of kids. It's got to be over.
Congratulations.
Don't hate. It's got to do with one thing.
Nobody cares.
The fact that man showed up with the NWO black and white, with the jorts on, with the hat on, and the NWO Hollywood Hulk Hogan World Heavyweight Championship. That's what it's really about. See, I just need you to stop capping and admit it. Admit that. That's what I want you. This is what it's about, isn't it? That's what it's about. And you, like,
it's part of it.
No, that's all it is.
It's part of it. It's part of it. That man should be arrested for putting on the colors of NWO. That man should be arrested for what that man has done. I don't care. Shane McMahon, if that was Shane McMahon's idea, he should be arrested too. That's why he's not in the WWE anymore. Okay, that man should be arrested on fed charges. Okay, that man should automatically do 10 years in prison. I don't give a damn who idea it was. It was a bad idea, company wise, Shane McMahon wise, John Cena wise, for that man John Cena to put on the greatest colors of the greatest faction in wrestling history, and all of a sudden it didn't happen because he had a chance to go to be a villain. He didn't do it for all of a sudden reason because it would have worked anyway if he did put on the NWO colors because it'd been totally blasphemous, and I think the company lost more money on top of that. But for WrestleMania against that Fire Funhouse, whatever the hell you call that match, for him putting on the damn NWO colors, with the hat on, with the t-shirt on, he got to wear them damn Walmart jean shorts, with his damn Reeboks on top of that, and then to have the nerve to actually spray paint the NWO belt. I mean, and to have the Monday Night Nitro background, it was totally disgusting. Okay, it made me sick as an NWO fan, and that man should be paid. That man should not pay for that event. That man should be everything under the book for that man to not receive any credibility to what the hell happened out of that WrestleMania. John Cena is a total abomination when it comes to the damn NWO. That man has no right. You have Macho Man rolling his grave. I mean, you have Big Bubba Rogers rolling his grave. I mean, you got everybody who's a part of the great NWO rolling in their graves when John Cena came out on WrestleMania to actually support the dead colors and actually reminiscing and actually this fantasy of what could have happened if he would have been here. Yeah, you would have been a big deal if you would have healed, but put on the damn NWO colors is totally blasphemous. I mean, you could have put on the dead colors on top of that, but you had to put on the NWO colors. That just shows you how great the NWO is.
First of all, see, no one knows you more like me, except for your own lovely children, by the way, my nephews. And the family of mom and mom dudes and pop dudes. By the way, I'm moms, I'm pops. No one knows you in terms of friendship-wise in over 25 years more than me. So I know Cap. So we know you must admit you're capping.
It's not Cap.
Oh, yeah, it's Cap. It's Cap.
It's facts.
Nothing. Oh, ain't no damn it. Ain't got nothing to do with his movies. Ain't nothing to do with his rap album.
The movies suck.
First of all, not all his movies suck.
What movie was good to you?
Marine was out. The first Marine was
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It wasn't so bad. It wasn't too bad. It was alright.
Get the fuck out of here! One fucking woman up! Get out of here!
So you don't give me a Joe Pesci, but you just sat here and explained this blasphemy to the people for the last 10, 15 minutes on ranting and BSing on some nonsense. Talk about
nonsense?
Oh yeah, it's nonsense. See, I don't know what it is with you. You want everybody to get their paid out. You want Giannis strict. You want Cena to be banned. You want investigations on Tom Brady. Like when your favorite people.
I hate cheaters.
Ain't nobody cheats.
Cheaters. Yeah, it's a cheater. Tom Brady got screwed last year with the damn Buccaneers organization. That's why I had to get Bruce Arians out of there and put him in the damn front office because he want to alienate Antonio Brown.
First of all,
who never liked him in the first place.
I get to that old ass geezer in a minute. But
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
But back to the John Cena. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's about one moment where he donned the black and white just to see how it is when he finally turned it. And you know what? Every single person, just like yourself, you bought it. You believed it.
Nobody bought it. Nobody bought that bullshit. Who bought it?
First of all,
you bought it.
I believed it.
Nobody. You're a DX fan. You don't get away with that. You're a DX fan because of course you brought it. Of course you brought it.
Of course, because you know why? You know why? Because if he was raw, if he was authentic as a member of that black and white, I would have believed it. You know why? Because it would have worked. It would have worked. You know why? Because he'll be perfect in that era in the 90s. Because his style.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, absolutely, it would have worked. Yes, it would. He'd be better than all.
You compare John Cena to Hulk Hogan? That's what you're doing? And that's what you comparing John Cena to Hulk Hogan?
Is that the question?
Really?
Is that the question?
Really? No. That's the question. Answer the damn question. Are you comparing John Cena to Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, I am.
Oh,
I am.
Get the fuck out of here! One fucking woman up, get out of here!
Stop the cap.
He don't feel shit because he coked up all the motherfucking time. Bricks, and let's build a shelter for the homeless so that maybe your mother has a place to live. And your sister too. I want your mother and your sister out of my house immediately.
You got some damn nerve. You got some damn nerve to compare John Cena to the immortal Hulk Hogan? Really? Where?
First of all, you can't.
In what world?
In what world? They're very similar.
And to say it would actually work with John Cena in the 90s?
Oh, it definitely would work. You know why? I'll give you a couple of things. Who is more about training and saying your prayers and eating your vitamins more than Hulk Hogan was in the 80s? John Cena was the exact same thing in the aggression era. Doing what he needed to do for the love of the girls and the fans and the kids. He was about the same thing. There's nobody else who was like that at the time. When Hogan turned heel, everybody wanted to see him turn heel, but it never happened. But what did he do? He won more championships. When people were tired of him winning championships the same way, even when your guy, when he was so-called cool to be heel, got tired of him. They were tired. Vince Russo, tired. Eric Bischoff, tired. I'm sorry, I know I'm a sore subject. But it's the truth. They're very similar. The man has, here's the most important thing. John has more championships than Hulk Hogan. And the conversation.
Did you just say that, Shema?
Yes, I did.
Did you just say John Cena has more championships than Hulk Hogan?
He does. He does. Look it up. He got way more championships. Well, but I can't deny that. It's the truth.
First of all, it's two different eras. Okay, this is not a month by month champion as it is right now in WWE. Hulk Hogan has the record of holding the championship for years. Not one. Years. Like Bruno Sammartino. Years. Like Roman Reigns is doing now. Years of holding the title. Okay? That wasn't John Cena. He wasn't no damn Bruno Sammartino or Hulk Hogan holding it for years. That man was winning the title for 1 month, losing it. Winning the title for 1 month, losing it. Winning the title for 1 month, losing it.
Did you forget that when he won it at WrestleMania 21, he was WWE Championship with the exception of losing it to Edge in 06. He actually held the championship until he actually tore his pec off the bone against Randy Orton, which was literally 2 years later, which was longer than Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, but Hogan held it longer than that.
No, he did not. Cena
yes, he did.
Longer, brother. Cena was longer.
And didn't hold it longer than Bruno Sammartino.
Well, no one's held the title longer than Sammartino, with the exception of Roman Reigns. That's just not fair. That's not a comparison. That's not even a comparison right now.
Man, why not? You bragging about damn John Cena like you damn Bruno Sammartino or something like that.
No. First of all, that's not a comparison, right? That's a real non-comparison. We're not gonna sit here and talk about disrespect the great Bruno Sammartino. God rest his wonderful soul. Okay, we ain't gonna do that up in here. We gonna tell the truth. Or here on Saucy Discourse, and the truth is, John Cena is better than. No. He's better.
You better what? You better not say it. You better not say it. You better than what? You better than who?
He's better, not the Immortal. He's better than the Immortal. He's better.
He's better than Hulk Hogan?
He's better than black and white Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Okay, play Joe Pesci. I want to hear it.
How could you say that if he never went hell? He never turned heel.
He never needed to.
Hulk Hogan is top 3 greatest heels of all time, period.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't matter. You can't compare John Cena to Hollywood Hogan. Hollywood Hogan is a heel.
I just said he. Okay, so you're right. I give you that. But overall, I think he's better than the immortal Hulk Hogan. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my god. Oh. Nobody would ever put John Cena in the top 5 of the greatest of all time. Never. Of all time? Top 5 all time. You put John Cena in there?
No, I wouldn't. But I'm.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not a mark.
Nobody would pick John Cena in the top 5 of all time. Period.
Not if you ask these young kids today.
Oh my god. I mean,
I'm being honest. I'm being very honest. Not if you ask
I never heard any young kid that would pick John Cena in the top 5 of all time.
Well, you're not a kid. We're grown up, so we're being realistic.
I said I never heard John Cena being top 5 all the time.
I haven't heard, but there are some kids out there that are delusional, and they believe that he is one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, delusion like you thinking the Knicks is going somewhere. But anyway, let's go to AEW. Forbidden Door. Forbidden Door was one of the best pay-per-views.
Yes, it was.
AEW put on this year. It was very exciting from match 1 to the last match of the night. Forbidden Door was very exciting. It was worth the $50 that I paid on pay-per-view.
You say you paid.
And
no, be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, it was $50. I mean,
it was
well, you had it for free or something, like with a Fire Stick or something. I mean, how you?
We'll talk about it later. We'll discuss it later.
But I paid for Forbidden Door, and it was every cent deserved.
Absolutely.
And I expect more from New Japan and AEW. The only issue that I have. The only issue that I had is you could incorporate New Japan women wrestlers in this.
Right. You know what? I didn't think about that.
It didn't make any sense. You had Donna Rosa against Toni Storm with her fine self. You know, Toni Storm is fine.
Bro, if memory serves me correct, that was the only women's match on the whole card.
Right. That should have been like a crossover match. Like you could have had like the first
match or something.
AEW champion. You could have had her. You could have had,
absolutely,
whoever, the real Awesome Khan. You could have had a wrestler from New Japan to actually compete with Donna Rosa, her fine self. Shout out to the whole Issachar tribe as well. But yeah, overall, man, it was good. Started with the match with Jericho and them, man. That was amazing. It was really good to see Cesaro with AEW. It makes sense. That's the first person that came to mind once I heard they saw the fireworks already.
Hey man.
Cesaro when Brian, whatever his damn name is, Brian Danielson. Yes, when he got hurt and actually announced that he had somebody in mind. Cesaro was the first person that came to my mind saying, "Oh yeah, he's joining AEW." I didn't think of anybody else. I couldn't even think of anybody else to be a technical wrestler.
The only other name that came to my mind was Johnny Gargano. That was the only other name, but it made perfect sense too.
Oh, he's not with NXT no more?
No, he's been gone, bro. He's been gone.
Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, he's been gone. He was the absolute only other name. The absolute only other.
Okay, I give you that. I give you that. Going towards even the match with Sting and them, man. Sting and Young Bucks and stuff like that. One night with the Bullet Club.
Right.
That was a good match. Sting is I was thinking Sting will come down from the Raptors, but no, but he made a surprise on top of the entrance ramp and actually did a splash, whatever. But anyway, overall, Moxley. I know Moxley's gonna win the title. Anyway, so
Right,
I
right.
don't like the term interim, you know, world champion. They should just made a world champion, and the CM Punk had to actually come back. Hey, I never lost the title. I got hurt, and then actually challenged Moxley. But to make the interim is like, hey,
I
you
have
just
never heard of
give him
any
the title
company,
until CM Punk come back.
bro. You know what? I've never heard of any company do that because that never
That's what I'm saying.
existed. WWE damn sure didn't do it. WCW never
They
did it.
never would do that. They
Hell,
never would do
never,
that.
bro. Not even the territories back in the day, even before we were born, would never do that. When somebody's hurt, you gotta relinquish that championship. You can't
Facts.
just have an interim champion and then come back. And this kind of goes to a point that is very interesting, bro. This is gonna sound very heelish to me. MJF was 100% right. You know what
What do
I'm
you mean?
getting at? MJF
No.
was one of the first people when he said, "You fucking mark." He called him a mark, which is accurate because he this the moment he signed Cesaro or Claudio, which is his real name. The fact that he signed Dude and he was the special, wrestler that they had been wanting to get from the Combat BCB, which is perfectly fine. But MJF had a complete and 100% other point when he called Tony Khan a mark, and the fact that instead of having your own wrestlers that you have had from day one, you continue to pry up these ex WWE wrestlers and make them as stars rather than building up the stars that you already have from day one.
That's
But it proves my point because you saw it at Forbidden Door, you see it with Tony Storm, you see it with Moxley, you see it with Cesaro, Claudio, whatever his name is now. You see it with a whole bunch of ex WWE wrestlers that are now in AEW. You see with Keith Lee, same thing. And now you see the same thing that happened this past Wednesday on Blood and Guts. And everything that MJF was quietly saying is now becoming not just a work, but becoming reality because everything that he said in his promo almost a couple of months ago now is absolutely correct.
I
And
agree.
no one's not paying. No one. I don't know if anybody's paying attention to it, but everything MJF said was 100% correct, and it's true. I mean,
But Silas Cesaro is a good move for AEW.
no.
We
That's
have
correct. That's the point,
yeah
though. It's a two-way thing. It's a two-way side to this. Yes, the
yeah
man. First of all, everybody knows that Cesaro stayed in WWE. The man should have had a world championship on it.
of course yeah
And That's
at
that's
least have
that's
the
true. I've
title
been.
yeah
Yeah, at least have a title. You know what I'm saying? At least have a title. I don't care if it's for a month. Give us the
yeah
world
Cesaro
when it's
deserved that
in.
yeah
He
yeah Cesaro
deserves that.
deserved
Not the
a world
IC,
title,
not the IC, not the IC, not the, no. Give him that.
television title, none of
If
that
they didn't,
bullshit. US title, none of that.
no. You should have gave. I was cool. If you don't give him the Universal Championship, cool, no problem. It's Roman. That's him. All right, cool. The WWE
I'm
Championship,
saying
not
even
cool.
before
Why
that,
not? Even
way before Roman got the unified the titles. Cesaro should have been world champion way before. I mean, you'll give it to
yeah.
Drew McIntyre,
I don't have no problem with Drew
who,
McIntyre. I had no problem with Drew
but he's on
McIntyre.
the same talent wise. He's on the same level. Cesaro's on the same level as Drew McIntyre. And you're
Yeah.
gonna let Drew McIntyre win a Rumble and actually get a title shot at Rumble, but not just let Cesaro win the Royal Rumble and not give him a title shot to actually win the title? That is totally blasphemous, man. They're on the same level. I
Right.
think Cesaro is a better wrestler than Drew McIntyre.
You can say the same thing about Miro. I think he should have a world title. You say that you damn
Yes.
sure to say the same thing about Samoa Joe. Lord have mercy. You should have been gave Samoa Joe. The fact that Samoa
Facts.
Joe had to win the
Facts.
NXT championship and Vince for some reason talking about he had COVID and everything and then he had to relinquish the championship literally a week and a half later. I'm like, bro, what?
Now I mean no damn sense.
Like what? Like what, bro?
That's all publicity.
That's like
How you say it?
publicity.
Yeah, that.
And now Vince is under wraps, and now he's in trouble again. And now he got to face a
That's
credit
why
report job
no.
again.
That's why he put all this bullshit out, giving John Cena his 20-year anniversary and him coming up on Raw and SmackDown and announcing that we gonna celebrate John Cena. I mean, it's just a distraction, man. It's just a distraction. And then on top of that, you want to make Bruce Richard head of talent relations, who's already a producer for Raw and SmackDown, since he actually fired Eric Bischoff, which was the wrong move in the company history. You're gonna hire the man for 1 month and actually fire Eric Bischoff, the great Eric Bischoff that you actually can learn from, who was actually kicking your ass for 83 weeks? That don't make any sense.
First of all,
This man moved from Wyoming all the way to Connecticut to run SmackDown, and he only did for a month. They getting a lot to do. They want to fire the man. Fire the man. They got to move back with his damn son in Miami to actually buy a new house in Miami. Come on, Vince. It's stupid. You have the leader of WCW and ECW in your hands, who actually had better product during that time, during the Attitude Era. Okay, who actually, and obviously you actually took from. On top of that, and then you're gonna fire Eric Bischoff, and then you actually relinquish Paul Heyman for running goddamn Raw. I mean, and then add this all Hollywood writers that don't know anything about the business. I rather hire people that actually know a lot about this business than actually hiring Hollywood writers. And if you did, kept Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff in these positions, you wouldn't have talent leaving your company, Vince. Leaving.
So let me ask you a question to come back on that, right? With the exception of Paul Heyman, does anybody from WCW or ECW currently on the roster right now as a wrestler or manager other than Paul Heyman?
That was on ECW? No.
With the exception of Paul Heyman, is there anybody other than Paul right now that is in WWE as like a manager or talent or as a wrestler, with the exception of maybe Booker T, that is currently on the roster wrestling today? No.
Wait, whoa. Let's be fair. Since you asked them questions, let me answer. Okay. Now, when it comes to Paul Heyman, yes, there's nobody actually hired on when he was running ECW, right? Mm-hmm. But you have to remember, after ECW got brought out by WWE, Paul Heyman was a developer.
Yes, he was.
When it comes to talent in OVW.
I agree.
Along with James Cornette, who has an amazing podcast, by the way. To Jim Cornette, by the way. Who show. Actually developed talent like a Batista, like a Brock Lesnar, like the person they celebrating for 20 years of achievement, John Cena, Randy Orton. Paul Heyman was a part of that. So the person who understands wrestling from a physiology point of it, and actually a physical point of it, of being a part of it, he understands of what the company needs and who is the next person they can actually invest in to be the next top guy. Eric Bischoff will do the same thing, but Eric Bischoff's strong points is on more of the business side of it. Mm-hmm. Getting sponsors, getting people to invest in your company. Also, he's a part of creative and actually made who actually was the filter in WCW when it came to certain people like Kevin Sullivan. Hey, this sounds good, but where do we go from here? Right. So Eric Bischoff understands the business going back all the way to the AWA. So he understands the business. He worked in the business. Why not have people who was involved since day one? Paul Heyman used to take photos just to make money as a kid. To take pictures of Andre the Giant and Junkyard Dog and all these people. This man started from the bottom, just taking pictures of them. For him to grow up in that business, listen, you had two people that actually are part of this business and know it, and you want to fire both of them to actually run the two top shows in your business, to hire Hollywood writers who don't know nothing about this business, and now you're seeing the results of low ratings.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I agree with a lot of what you're saying, but you're missing my point. What I'm going with. After when Paul was growing up, you already know the whole story. But obviously, first he started off at WCW, then he got his own at ECW. I believe it's '89.
No, he started before that.
No,
See,
no,
this is a lot of people don't understand.
I'm talking ECW.
He owned ECW. He started his own company with ECW, but he was in the business before that.
Right, he was in WCW as a manager, Dangerous Alliance.
No, way before that. I'm talking about when Paul Heyman was a kid.
I'm talking not only that. Was he also AWA too?
He was around AEW, but he wasn't on. Listen. This is what I'm telling you. He wasn't on camera. So you gotta understand, Paul Heyman was always around. He was a wrestling fan. He's a mark.
Yes.
So he was going around taking pictures of all the top wrestlers like Rocky Johnson and stuff like that, and selling them to the audience. So he been around since day one. He been around all the promoters in the NWA. He been around all of them.
Right.
So once he grew up, he like, listen, I can start my own wrestling business, but add a certain twist to it. So Paul Heyman been around, so he understands the business. Eric Bischoff understands the business because he started as a person who was under Vert Gagne. Just learning the business on a business aspect of it. He didn't become involved as an interviewer till later on. He was just helping Vert with his business, market and everything. So these people understand how to market. They understand how to write storylines and creative. They understand the business point of it. So for Vince McMahon to know this and actually fire Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff from running SmackDown and Raw is a wrong move, because you have people in your own community that understand what needs to be done. But you're going to hire Hollywood writers.
Right.
Hollywood writers who doesn't understand the business, and you see a decline of viewership in your product. That is a huge issue, and that's why the WWE is losing money, and that's why the talent is leaving WWE. That's what I have to say.
Well, I agree with that, but you're kind of off from where I'm going at. First of all, when you talk about Eric Bischoff, the man should be running CNN right now. Because remember, the fact that he was running Turner when he was kicking Vince McMahon's ass.
He wasn't running Turner. No. That's a misconception.
No.
He was not running Turner.
Can I fix it?
I
said it accidentally. That's not the words.
All right, go ahead.
What I mean was when he was in charge, he was getting
WCW.
The money there, WCW, when he was in charge, not with Turner.
Yes.
The money that was flowing, he should be running CNN right now, because he's doing it the very same way with his show.
See, no. See, this is what you have it twisted. Listen. CNN, WCW, TBS, TNT. They are under the Turner Network, right?
Oh, of course.
WCW. If you watch the rise and fall of WCW, right? Or if you watch the rise and fall of NWO or whatever on a network, right? Eric Bischoff is actually pointing out, once he became president of WCW, before he became president, WCW was not making a profit or making money.
Right.
The executives didn't care about WCW.
Right.
And the only thing that kept it going was Ted Turner for the love he had for wrestling. So having this revolving door in the early '90s when the what Cowboy Bill Watts, Dusty Rhodes, and actually passing it on to Eric Bishop.
That's true.
Eric Bishop being a businessman and him understanding the business of marketing and stuff like that, promotion, he actually turned WCW into a profit. But when it came to let me finish. When it came to 1999, right, Ted Turner would actually lose his power in the boards of directors. So the people who
I know that part. I know about 99. I'm talking before 99.
But let me give it context to the audience.
Go ahead.
Right. So when Ted Turner was losing power in his own board of directors, right, when it came to WCW and other companies, Ted Turner didn't have to say so that to keep WCW going.
Mm-hmm.
What happened is that the board of directors met with Eric Bischoff and actually told him, this is the target audience that we're trying to get to, similar to the when it comes to Kitty point of view of it. And actually, we need to talk to this audience. Eric Bishop's argument was, listen, this is the Attitude Era. Right. They don't care about that PG-13 stuff. This is what's going on, and this is what's making the money, and this is what actually turned us into a profit. But
which is also why Vince also had to make a change, because the stuff that he was running was PG garbage. When you had dudes walking around with buffalo head mask and all that crap going on.
Right, that's the new generation era.
Correct.
That's way before Attitude Era. Right.
Go ahead.
But in your actually point, WCW wants to go to that. Mm-hmm. But them not knowing the business and not understanding and following wrestling, they didn't know that. Right. Eric Bishop had to actually explain to the board of directors, this is what's going on in wrestling, and this is what you need to do to be successful going forward. The board of directors didn't actually want to do that. They want to go to a PG audience. And that's what actually caused the downfall of WCW, and that's why Eric Bishop resigned from WCW in 1999. So what I'm saying is, if you have people that doesn't understand your business and understand what's going on the ins and outs, in the ring and outside the ring, you are not going to be successful in that field. And when it comes to the board of directors, when it comes to the WWE and writing and being creative and stuff like that, you do not have the personnel to make you successful right now.
That's true.
You have to make a change in your company. Just like they made the change, you just rung up in the new generation era where it was 2 PG. You had clowns running around and stuff like that.
Right.
And they made an adjustment with Austin 316 and DX and all that. They have to find a way to come around to actually make a decision. Listen, our audience is not feeling this. We need to get away from the Hollywood writers and actually come up with a new idea to actually get our core audience more involved and actually add on to that, but in a wrestling way, not a Hollywood way. And once WWE do that, they can succeed and make more money to rehire the same wrestlers that actually lost before that went to AEW. Because at the end of the day, Chris Jericho just said this. Listen, I'm in negotiations. I have 1 year left in negotiations, just like Cody had, right?
Right.
If the WWE come to me with a plan of what they have for me, and the money is right, I am willing to jump to go to WWE. But if they don't, it makes the perfect sense of me staying with AEW where I'm at. So that's what's happening right now. AEW has to find a way not only to keep the talent that they actually sign, but also come with a group of creative writers to make things much better for the audience to actually digest because it's too much going on. There's too many shows. It's too many people on the roster. It's so many
Well,
factions.
well, that's the reason. Well, we've already stated about the factions, and the women's division isn't strong enough. We
Right.
stated that. We stay well. Maybe since the fact that they have so many people on the roster, maybe that's why they have AEW Dark that's on YouTube that nobody doesn't care about or watch. Unless you're an AEW like full fan that you care about everybody on the damn roster. I don't know how many
Nobody
people
watched
are
that
on the
shit.
roster right now. I ain't gonna.
Nobody watched AEW Dark.
I watched
Not even the wrestling marks watch that shit. All right, you
I
see
know.
AEW Dark last shit yesterday? They're like, nah, I ain't watch that shit. I watched it for Dynamite. And I'm waiting for
I
Rampage.
I was bored one day. I was like, you know what? Let me see what's going on. I just watched it one time,
Okay,
and that was when
I
there
mean,
was.
okay.
Are they still doing it? Well, you just say you don't want to.
See, you
I
see, if
remember.
you actually they still doing
No,
it.
no, no, no. Are they still doing that Daily Space? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Because when I watched it, it was at Daily Space.
Yes,
I think it was still high. Oh, see, I don't know. I haven't watched. I only watched one episode. That's it. You know
bro,
what
they
I'm
still doing
saying?
that Diddy place,
Oh God.
and they might did it a couple of times at other arenas, but nobody cares about in AEW
I
Dark. Nobody cares about that.
The only time that, like I said, I watched it one time. The only other time I watched it was when Big Show was part of the show. I was like, what the fuck? Like, dude, you got a legend here. Why is he on Dark? Like, what? Anyway, my
Cause he
point.
signs as an announcer. That's
Well,
why
I
he's
know,
not. He's not gonna
but
wrestle.
he was in a match. He was in a NAW Dark match. I was like,
Yeah, yeah. He has a two-way contract. Or a wrestler
uh,
for one part of
yeah,
it and an announcer on the other end. But nobody
yeah.
cares. Nobody wants to see the Big Show on Dark.
That's my point. Well, the only thing I was going to say about Bischoff was the fact that, in my mind, and I agree with you saying, I'm just saying that the dude is a marketing genius. That's all I was going at. He's a marketing genius. When he did an interview with JBL. JBL asked him the same thing. I was like, "How are you not head of CNN?" And he gave the exact same answer as you did because they don't see it. CNN does not see me as, oh, you're marketing for the same way you did WCW. No, it's completely different. CNN is not WWE. It's not WCW. It's not wrestling. It's real shit that's going on outside of the whole wrestling world. It's reality. It's like basically what we do. We go to a wrestling event and we get away from reality. As soon as we walk out our door, reality is right there. Very simple. Very simple.
Right, right, right.
And what I was going with the whole Vince thing was the fact that every single person that was in WCW after the whole brand split and all that nonsense was going on, people who was on WCW, ECW was on WWE, he didn't keep those wrestlers for a long period of time because, and this is his fault, as petty as this dude was, he was super petty. He said, "Yeah, I remember you was part of those people that was kicking my ass." I want to see Eric Bischoff as a executive and storyline. I wanted to see them because I thought Eric Bischoff was. I think still a genius. I think if you have Eric Bischoff there right now, it'd be a better show. And I'm not
Oh
saying the
hell
show
yeah.
was bad. It's just you have way more athletic talent than WWE has possibly ever had. But at the same time, the storylines are stupid as hell. Like, are we not going to respect the fact that R-Truth is damn near about to be 50 years old and is still doing the same gimmick as he was 2 years ago with this 24/7 shit? No. People are tired of it. As funny, and he makes a way, credit to R-Truth, but the shit is old. The shit is whack. And we're forgetting the fact that R-Truth was the first black NWA World Heavyweight Champion in history. But nobody's not going to remember that because all they're going to see is two major things they're going to remember about R-Truth. Little Jimmy and how he only had one world championship match in WWE against John freaking Cena and got his ass kicked. Not gonna remember that. Now, if you put R-Truth in a real ass storyline, like hindsight, you put R-Truth in a Judgment Day, you're gonna take his ass seriously. Very simple. Very simple.
I don't know about
Put
that.
someone that you wouldn't. Yes, you would. You know why? Because R-Truth is able, as funny as he can be, I guarantee you he can pull off a very serious character and change up. Will people believe it? That remains to be seen. Because when
I
he
doubt
was
it.
in 20,
I doubt it.
when he did the little Jimmy gimmick, it was very believable. Everybody thought he was crazy as hell. They still do. And like something was really mentally wrong with this dude. He was kicking everybody's ass. When him and the Miz came in Hell in the Cell, it destroyed Cena, Punk, and Alberto Del Rio in Hell in the Cell. after the match was over, you was like, yo, what's wrong with these dudes? You took that seriously. You didn't expect a guy like, if that R-Truth right there, right now, did that in Hell in the Cell, you'd be like, oh, something stupid about to happen. Where's the 24/7 championship? But at that point in time, you saw that R-Truth that was in Hell in the Cell beating the crap out of everybody with a lead steel pipe. He was like, oh, shit. What the fuck going on? I didn't expect this to happen. That's the R-Truth that I would believe. But I'm saying, in hindsight, bro, I agree with you 100% of all this product that's going on. Like, there is so much talent in WWE that they're being used in the wrong way. I gave you a prime example. I'm a huge Ricochet fan. I hate how they doing this dude. They are so disrespecting this dude. They did.
Facts. That's a fact.
He was done so beautifully in NXT. The minute he got the call up, is like, hey, you can say that about a lot of people. But the minute Ricochet was called up, he was done. The minute you give Ricochet a championship match at Super Showdown 2020 against Brock freaking Lesnar, I'm thinking, oh, this shit gonna be off the fucking chain. I watched the match. His match was over in 6 fucking seconds. The man had been dead ever since. Yeah, he just lost the IC championship to the right guy. With Gunther. Right guy. It's just like, bro, the man ain't had a lengthy reign. Yeah, and the worst part, you didn't even feature him in pay-per-views. But you got this dude Theory, who's younger than him, which is all right, and that's fine, because you see the future of him winning championships. I see that. But you mean to tell me you can't do the same thing with the Intercontinental Champion? You couldn't feature Ricochet in a Money in the Bank ladder match, which I believe he should be on? I don't mind if it's an AJ or a Seth, but you mean to tell me you want to put butts in seats? Put Ricochet in the Money in the Bank ladder match. You want to see what the hell he can do. Regardless if he win or lose, you're going to put on the show. I get upset when they do this dude dirty and just do that all the time in the world. You don't give him a talking point. You don't have him turn heel. Like, we have not seen what Ricochet can do when he turned heel. But I've seen it in the Indies. It's one hell of a thing. It's one hell of a thing. If you allow this dude to put the rocket shit on him and turn him heel, you're going to see a whole nother shit that you ain't seen before. I promise you that.
I agree.
But you don't give him the chance. Why? Because, I just see a guy who's fit and everything, but, he does flips, but we don't think he has the talent. You said the same thing about Cesaro. The man been in AEW for literally a whole freaking week, is already in the main event.
It tells you a lot about that.
That tells you a lot.
Right.
And I guarantee you, who's going to win the Battle Royal? Don't be surprised if Cesaro wins that Battle Royal on Friday. Don't be surprised.
Possibly, yeah.
Don't be surprised.
But go against Jon Moxley though, in the same faction.
Why not? What's the problem? We've seen that happen already. Why the hell not? What's the problem?
If I'm AEW, I'll make that same mistake.
I don't think it's a mistake. It's more just a spirit of competition. You saw how to beat the crap out of Willa Yuta a couple of times before he eventually joined.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. If you're gonna have Cesaro win the Battle Royal, right, to go get Jon Moxley, who's in the same faction he's in,
right?
What the hell is the point of having them in the same faction? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. I mean, you have all these damn other factions of people who are great talent, but you don't want to use them.
I agree.
It's like, can you use somebody else when it comes to the faction?
All right.
It's like it's too many. It's too much fat. They need to trim the fat on all these factions.
Well, they can't do. Well, it's hard to do that right now because you got the factions, you got the main stars, you got the stars that are stars that don't fill out Dynamite. They're going to be on Rampage, and then the guys who you recently signed come up from the Indies, free agents that are not from WWE or MLW or New Japan or just given a chance to wrestle or jobbers are going to be on Dark.
Here's the problem I have. If you haven't wrestlers come up from the Indies, right?
Sure.
They should be on Dark.
It depends
But to
who the wrestler
sign,
is and the popularity.
but to have
Uh-huh.
ex WWE talent
Hmm.
on Dark is totally blasphemous.
Absolutely.
To have Athena, Amber Moon on Dark
She's
is
on Dark.
blasphemous.
She's on
Yes,
Dark. Oh,
yes.
yeah. You can't do that. Yeah, you can't put her on Dark. You can't put her on Dark.
Ruby Riot
Ruby Soho,
on
Taz
Dark.
Soho,
Excuse me, Ruby Soho on
Soho.
Dark
Yeah,
is
you can't
totally
put her on.
blasphemous.
Yeah, you can't. You can't.
If you're gonna have
She
right
should be in the world title picture too.
to have these main players coming over from the company you trying to actually
I agree with you.
compete with, you're gonna have them on YouTube,
Yeah, that's blasphemous, bro.
sometimes on TNT and TBS. Sometimes and
Right.
it doesn't make any sense to me, Tony Khan. And if you're gonna have a world champion, make sure they at your TV tapings every week. If you're gonna have John Moxley as world champion, at least have him there for Rampage and Dynamite,
Okay.
or either be considered in the main event. I do not want to see a Malachi Black, who I love by the way, in the main event against Santana or Ortiz. It doesn't make any sense.
I would
That
agree.
would never happen in WWE. It would never happen.
I agree with
Your
you.
world champion not being on live TV every
Right.
week.
Right. Unless she's
Eddie
coming.
Kingston is getting more TV time. Who this man is totally past his prime. Okay, this to be fair. Okay, I mean he's a good talent and stuff like that. But Eddie Kingston is getting more time than the cowboy himself, getting more time. Than John Moxley getting more time than Brian Denton. Why the hell Eddie Kingston is getting more time than anybody else? This man
Um,
has never been a champion, bro. Never.
that's accurate. That's very accurate. I
It
mean,
doesn't make any sense.
another thing doesn't make any sense. Since Tony Khan has bought Ring of Honor, you have too many titles. I have no
Which is
problem with it.
stupid, by the way. He should never have the talent of Ring of Honor on AEW. He
Ring of
should
Honor,
run.
you should run every single promotion on every separate show. Like have a whole Ring of Honor program.
Exactly.
See,
Exactly.
see, here's another person that I know a lot of people do not watch unless you're Mark. Jonathan Gresham, the Ring of Honor World Champion, is about to have his first match. Bro, this dude is one of the most technical wrestlers on the freaking planet right now. How this dude has not have a match is not even featured on either show. It's
That's what I'm
blasphemous.
saying.
I get what you're saying. If you watch a match with Jonathan Gresham, the dude's only been on, I believe, one or two matches. There's no way that this dude should be on one match. Like, if it were up to me, I'd be like, we're gonna start the pot up a bit.
I
I'm gonna
didn't
have
want to
John
not.
Moxley.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have John Moxley 1-on-one just Jonathan Gresham. We don't want to do title for title. I want to see who's the better champion. No titles on the line. Champion just a champion. 1-on-one. No winner take all. None of that. Just want to see who's the better wrestler. Simple. TV time.
Bro. And on top of that,
Uh,
if you look at the flyer for the Ring of Honor pay per view,
uh,
the person you just named is not. He's on the flyer, but he's not the biggest one on the flyer. It's Samoan Joe, who's a television champion going against Jay Lethal. That's the main event.
yeah, that's disrespectful. I ain't
It
here for
doesn't
it.
make any sense at all. Like Tony Khan. Like if I was Tony Khan, I would run RH separately.
So you want to do everything all at one time. Yes, you purchased it, but let somebody else run it.
Yes. Let somebody else run it, but you oversee everything and hire some good writers and hire some good talent who want to be your ring of honor.
See, but that's the same thing. You just said the same negative thing about Vince, but credit to Vince, he doesn't do that. The only thing he does see is like, yo, I'll oversee that. All right, cool, no problem. He has, with this whole investigation going on, he has no choice but to let Stephanie run. Yes, Bruce Pritchard's going to be there. Yes, his people's going to be there, but Stephanie's going to hire her own people. They
But that's
they
different.
got rid of some of it. That's what I'm saying. In terms of wrestling now, you
That's
don't
corporate.
want the same. Yeah, it's corporate. In terms of corporate now, but you think
Talking
Stephanie's
about
gonna have the
talent,
same? I know, but
the roster.
when you have talent, you got to have good storylines and able to enhance the talent to have good matches. So
I
some
agree.
shit we could talk about. You think Stephanie's gonna keep the same people that was just talking about her literally a month and a half ago with this whole thing going on with Vince? Hell no. I'm like,
But
I'm CEO
but
now.
I
You
just think
gotta go.
Stephanie's is the figurehead for all this to blow over.
Yeah, but
Once
Stephanie's
all
opinion is different. My opinion is different. If it same thing with Shane. If Shane was in charge, be like, oh shit,
yeah,
Shane is in
yeah,
charge. That's what's
Shane
up.
is over it. He's chilling in Connecticut somewhere sipping on the Mai Tai, something like that.
I mean,
You know,
yeah,
he
sure,
showed all the
but
shares. Yeah, it has nothing to.
yeah,
He
but
has nothing to want to do
why?
with WWE.
I mean, as you should, because
That's why. That's why the speculation he was actually
he
people was
made the
talking about
Rumble.
him
He
actually
did the Rumble
going. Yeah, he did the
in
Rumble,
AEW.
but people were made speculation that he might be going to help AEW. But that would never happen because he's McMahon. But it was speculation.
There's always speculation with that. That's because you got Tony Khan's brother who's in charge of WWE. So why is that not possible? Tony
What makes it more interesting, by the way?
weird. I say more
Weird as
interesting.
fuck. It's weird. It's weird as hell.
It's definitely weird.
It's weird as hell. I mean,
We just sat here and talked about a whole thing about WWE, and we haven't even talked about Money in the Bank, which I'm pretty sure we getting into.
go ahead. Go ahead.
So Money in the Bank comes this weekend.
Oh, is
The
this weekend?
matches this Saturday.
I forgot. I sorry. I don't watch Raw.
Saturday.
It's a pain in the ass. But go ahead.
It's not. I mean, okay. Are they matches that you're looking forward to? Like the card? Have you looked at the card? What the match is going to be? Or you haven't seen it?
I just want AJ. Is he in the Money in the Bank match?
No, but there's only one slot left, and they'll probably have it by Friday by SmackDown.
So is AJ in that match to get?
He's not in the match yet. But if it's going, I say I would rather. I don't mind AJ not being there, but if it's going to be somebody, I say AJ or Ricochet. Those are only two. And I would want Seth.
Is Seth in that match as well?
Seth is in that, and he is the favorite right now to win it.
All right. So as of right now on this podcast, I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins going to WrestleMania,
WrestleMania.
winning the Money in the Bank. Second, I will go with AJ Styles because he deserves to be in the main event at WrestleMania. The man has been jobbing for the last year and a half now. I mean, my God. I mean, if you want to let AJ Styles job like that, let the man go. Let him go to AEW with his Bullet Club friends and stuff like that, or let him go to New Japan.
Well,
But you want to have him job like that and actually have somebody beat him in matches like that? Come on, man.
well, it's like the rest of the field it's like crazy. You got Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, and my pick, this sneaky pick, Sami freaking Zayn is a
No.
very sneaky pick. What he's doing with this
Sami Zayn's a jobber.
He's not a jobber. Trust me.
There's a job. What?
He
Sami
looks
Zayn
like
not a jobber?
you have to understand. Sami Zayn is, in my opinion, he's what makes SmackDown very interesting. Because he's a genius. He has an IQ. He's a damn good wrestler. Damn good talented wrestler. Forget the whole jobber. Obviously, when you're pulling this whole thing, acting like you're in the bloodline, it's entertaining as hell because he's actually not part of the family.
Get the fuck out of here! Let's fucking warm it up. Get out of here!
Just get what I'm listening to what I'm saying. What if he wins? He's like, I'm not gonna cash in on Roman. But playing mind games, like, I actually will cash in on him. That's
Stupid.
interesting television. It's not
Stupid.
It's not stupid. It's not
Sami Zayn would be stupid at the cash in inside though. Stupid. That doesn't make any sense. You want to actually give yourself the honorary member of the bloodline, win Money in Bank, and not actually challenge Roman Reigns for the title. First of all, who the hell want to see that? As a world championship man, Sami Zayn gets Roman Reigns. I mean, stop the pressures on that one. Okay.
First of all, Roman's gonna be busy with Brock again. Unfortunately. You say Seth, I have no problem
Say
with
so.
Seth. It's gonna be the Heights of the Century Part 2. That's what's looking at.
Nobody cares about Sami Zayn. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
All right. Okay, cool. That's
If
fine.
you get somebody that's a marquee talent like an AJ Styles or Seth Rollins to challenge Roman Reigns, even though Seth
about
Rollins
Drew
just lost to nobody want Drew McIntyre. He doesn't draw money. He doesn't. That's why he wasn't champion for a long time. He doesn't draw money. Nobody cares about Drew McIntyre. I care more about Drew McIntyre being Impact champion than him being WWE champion.
That's saying a lot, bro.
That's saying, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I'm saying. Who cares? Who cares?
That's saying a lot.
Nobody cares about Drew McIntyre. Nobody cares, man. Nobody cares about Drew McIntyre. Listen, you have to have somebody that is a threat to Roman Reigns. And I hear all,
I agree with you. I already know where you're going with.
and it has to make sense.
It does make sense for Seth to win.
Having Seth Rollins or AJ Styles to win that Money in the Bank, if AJ actually get in that title, which would be totally blasphemy if he doesn't. But if he does get in, I'm going with AJ Styles or Seth Rollins to win that Money in the Bank match.
I would rather AJ more than Seth because Seth doesn't really need the cash in. I don't think he needs it because he can challenge Roman by himself.
But he had been champion like what 3 years?
Ooh. No, 2 years.
When last time Seth was champion?
World
No, I
champion.
mean world champion. W champion, world champion. When the last time Seth Rollins been world champion, bro? It's been a long time. That's how talented he is. We forgot about that shit.
2019.
What? 2 years? 3 years?
That he actually beat Brock at SummerSlam for the Universal Championship. Yeah.
It's time, bro. It's time to get that title back. If Roman Reigns is hurt, like you say, as they say he is, it's time to give Seth Rollins that title back, or give AJ the title. Who have had it since what? 2 years, too?
No, a world championship was actually AJ's longer than Seth. Last time AJ was world champion was
18.
2018 was the last time. Because
Exactly.
him and Cena won to become
That
tied.
bullshit adjustment shit. Can't stand them, man. I can't stand them.
All right.
Anyway.
Who's your pick to win the women's Money in the Bank ladder match?
I'm gonna go with Alexa Bliss. Sorry, I just lost contact. We almost finished with the podcast, so just please hold on. We're gonna give Marcus time to chime back in, but I appreciate everybody on YouTube and Twitch showing love, liking the podcast, sharing the podcast. We appreciate y'all as well. If you got any questions or topics you'd like us to debate about, just hit us up, man. Shout out to GLD, man. GLD just made a special limited edition. Hold on, Marcus back in. Hold on. Yeah, hold on, bro. Hold on. No, I would shout out GLD based out of California. They did send me this special edition back on death row Snoop Dogg chain. I mean pendant. Pendant, by the way. Shout out to Snoop Dogg. Shout out to GLD sending me this, man. Go to GLD and support them, man. They good peoples and all that. So this pendant by itself for special limited editions only $100. Gold plated, okay? If you want solid gold and all that good stuff, you gotta pay extra, okay? Don't ask me for any discounts, so I don't have it, okay? Just go to GLD and get this. It's $100. Back on death row. Snoop Dogg pendant. That's wild. Bro. Wait, hold on, bro. I see it's black. I see it's black with you. So you gotta.
Sorry. No, I was just reading my timeline. Sorry. So it's official. You sign Brunson.
Of course. The Knicks. I mean,
It's
we're so shocked about.
Hold on. It's not 110. It's $104 million. So we saved.
It's the $6 million you so proud about. I mean, yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, unbelievable. Okay. But yeah, I would like to see AJ get the title or Seth get the title.
Yeah, we're talking about the women's Money in the Bank contract.
Yeah, women's. I see Alexa Bliss. I want Alexa Bliss to get it. Even though my boo.
Who your boo?
Bianca
She ain't in the
Belair.
match.
Oh, she's not. Oh, it's
She ain't
different.
in the match.
Oh, it's not unified.
She ain't in the
I forget.
match.
I forget. It's not unified.
No,
Okay.
this is Money in the Bank ladder match. There's no title here. I mean.
Oh yeah, right. You're right. Excuse me. I'm going with Alexa. I'm going with Alexa Bliss on this one. It's been a long time. It's been a while since he lost it to like the female Yokozuna. What's her name?
No, not Nia Jax. That would be wrong.
Oh, Nia Jax. Okay. I'm going with Alexa Bliss on this one.
It's her time.
Oh.
I'm going with Liv Morgan. Oh, that's my boo. That's my boo. She a little feisty little thing. She's sexy too. It's her time, bro. She needs this, bro. I understand Alexa Bliss. I can see Alexa Bliss versus Bianca Belair at SummerSlam. I can see it easily. And for the love of God, can we not have Charlotte Flair pull up at Money in the Bank? Just please.
Well, first of all, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth about the GOAT. Watch your mouth about Charlotte Flair. First of all, it's totally blasphemous that you want Miss what's her name? I can't remember her damn name. What's her name?
Liv Morgan,
who is totally downgrade from what's her name? That's on NXT. That's the women's world champion. What's her name? Rose. Who? What's her name? Mandy Rose, who couldn't get over on the main roster, had to go NXT, but nobody cares. Nobody watch NXT anymore. And they Liv Morgan to actually succeed Mandy Rose. I mean, my God. I mean, what the hell the world's coming to now? I mean, nobody cares about Liv Morgan. All right, she's cute and all that. She's bad as hell on the physical side of it. But for her to win Money in the Bank is totally blasphemous. Okay, she need to go to NXT.
No, she don't. No, she go right here. She go right here. First of all, watch your mouth about the lovely Randy Rose. Watch your mouth about my boo Randy, about my boo Love.
She's not over.
She is over. Trust me.
NXT's over. NXT's over. She's not over the main roster.
First of all, there's only one person I'm watching NXT 2.0. You don't even know his name. And it's Carmelo Hayes. That's the only dude I watch on NXT 2.0.
We talk about the women's division. That's what we talk about. Who cares about whoever you say?
You just sat here and said you don't watch NXT. I said don't disrespect NXT like that.
I said I watch NXT, but Mandy Rose is not over. She's not on the main roster. If you was to pick Mandy Rose right now on the main roster, would she get over?
No, of course she wouldn't. Because you got glory hogs. Like Charlotte freaking Flair.
Watch him out. That's the GOAT.
No.
That's the GOAT. That's the GOAT. Watch him out.
Freaking champ. The woman got 14 titles already. I think.
What's the problem? She's a Flair.
I think. No, I don't hear that. I don't hear that crap. I think she's like an 8-time.
She's on the past 16. I hope you know that. She's on the past 16.
Well, she gonna teach.
Actually, Ric Flair has 17 championships, but the WWE want to count the one he actually won for Sting.
It's actually 21, but go ahead, because he lost a few in Puerto Rico. But continue.
Well, thank you for pointing that out to show you how much Ric Flair is the greatest of all time. But anyway, when it comes to WWE, that's them counting the 21 championships. They want to count that, okay? But they want to count 16. But actually, he won 17 in WCW. But they want to do that. They want to leave one championship off. But at the end of the day, don't talk shit about my boo, Charlotte Flair. She's the greatest woman champion all time. Besides Medusa. Shout out to Medusa. I love you, by the way. Thank you for the autograph signing and everything. I love you, Medusa. Hopefully, get you on the show one day. But anyway, Medusa is one of my favorites of all time. Long Blaze, sexy as hell. Shout out to her. But at the end of the day, Charlotte Flair deserves your respect. She deserves it. So show some respect to
Oh
Charlotte
my
Flair.
lord. I'll show some respect to a new husband, Andrade El
Fake
Idolo.
news.
So just let it go, man. Just let it go.
It's fake news,
She's gone
man.
now. She said
Don't
I do. They partied. They
on
got
camera,
drunk.
yeah.
It was fun.
On
Oh,
camera,
it
yeah.
was on camera. Oh
Yeah.
my god. So are you gonna tell me you're refusing to let it go? Is that what you're telling me, sir?
Listen, other
Oh my lord. Here we
than
go.
you, Charlotte Flair called me the same
Bro.
day that she's supposed to get married.
Oh,
And she
supposedly.
told supposed to get married. She told me she loved me, she cared about me, and all that good stuff. It just a
Oh
work.
boy.
It's just a storyline for them to have a Friday. By the way, this is a storyline. She's really not married to him. It's fake news, like Donald Trump like to say right now. It's fake news. Okay, so it's for WWE Divas or ever some new TV show that got going on in WWE to add the Great Charlotte Flair. She's not wrestling right now. She actually gave the title up to Ronda Rousey. She didn't lose it. She gave it up. But anyway, that's another discussion for another day. But Charlotte Flair is my boo. I care about Charlotte Flair, and at the end of the day, she said she loved me. She cared about me. She adored me, and I do the same thing for Charlotte Flair with her sexy fine self. Okay, Charlotte Flair and me are still a couple,
Oh
and
my
still the
lord.
it couple, other than Miz and his wife. Okay,
Hot ass wife too. She hot too.
she fine. I ain't, but she ain't no Charlotte Flair. Tell you that.
Uh, all I'm saying is, first of all I'm saying is, I just don't want to see her Money in the Bank. I don't want to see her pop up. We don't want to see her no more.
No, she showed up on the bank. She's gonna
She,
show out the wrong one winning.
uh, look, she's not. She don't need no Money in the Bank. We don't want to see her get her ass kicked by Ronda Rousey no more. She lost.
Watch your mouth.
She
Watch your
said
mouth.
she tapped. She said I quit. It's over. Move on. It's done. It's over. Finite.
She didn't say I quit.
Yeah, she,
She tapped.
she.
It's different saying I quit and tap.
It's so
So
delusional.
she tapped out.
You're boy.
But she did it on purpose. She did it on purpose. She did it on
Why?
purpose because
Why?
because she
Why?
had
Like,
some
come
TV
on.
shows to shoot,
Oh
like
my
Total
god.
Divas when it comes to Friday and they fake
Oh come
marriage or
on
by the
now.
way.
Oh come on. Oh
So
come on.
it was just fake. It's
You
fake
are
news.
delusional. I tell
I
you
ain't
what.
delusional when it comes to my booth. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Whatever, man. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Because there's only one more thing I got to talk about. It's in the NFL kind of
Go ahead.
NBA thing.
Go ahead.
So there's something that disturbed me today, that disgusted me out my core today. So I watched a little play with Anthony Edwards, guard from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Great actor. If you have not seen Hustling on Netflix, please do. It's a damn good movie. Um, Anthony Edwards is just running routes on NFL, and he catches a 30, 40 yard pass. Talking about he could play for the Falcons and all that. He should be quarterback for the Falcons. Yada yada yada. For some freaking reason, somebody feel like they want to tweet and says, "Yo, bro, and I know you get paid good money in the NFL and the NBA, but you playing the wrong sport." Who is this that texted this? Who can't seem to get out his mother effing way?
Watch your
Who just
mouth.
feel like who just cannot help himself. He feels like he needs to tweet all day, every single time, and it goes national, international.
Watch your
This
mouth.
old ass cretin that annoys me, who should be on the field, icing his knees for the last season of his freaking life.
Watch your
That
mouth.
fake bum ass, overrated, overhyped, should have retired the
Overrated,
first
overhyped.
overrated, overhyped, should have retired the very first time. That old ass bum,
Watch
whatever
your
his
mouth.
name is.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Your reaction. Your
Why?
reaction.
First of all, when it comes to you talking about the goat in football, there's two rules. Number one, watch your mouth, and number two, don't be disrespectful. Okay,
No,
you
no,
know the
no.
rules. You've been here long enough. Okay, when
Oh
it comes to
boy.
Tom freaking Brady,
Oh
and Anthony Edwards. Hell, why the hell not? I mean, Nate Robinson did it, but he didn't actually succeed because he's too damn short. And actually, he's the Nick. Yeah, all that contamination, him being a Nick, couldn't actually let him succeed. Actually becoming an NFL player, but he did go to the Big Three, play for a couple of years, but who the hell cares? But anyway, when it comes to Anthony Edwards and him being in the position that he is, okay, being the player is and actually being built like he is, hey, the man is built just like Evans. The man is tall. You know, he got a little bit more body mass than Evans than but why not? I mean, the man can play tight end. You know, he can play the slot receiver, or whatever. At the end of the day, Anthony Edwards will be successful being under the care of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and being an offense of the greatest quarterback that ever touched the field in a game of football. That's Tom freaking Brady. And not only you can win an NFL championship way before you do an NBA championship, because Lord knows what the hell the Timberwolves is going to do. Are you going forward actually getting y'all in the actually position to win a damn NBA title? But Anthony Edwards, if you was to put on them shoulder pads and go to Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I don't care what position you play, with a wide receiver, tight end, you will win a championship and you will be a world champion. Period.
See, that's people like you.
What?
Disgust me. The things that you said. Let the man stay in the NBA.
Why?
Can't play ball.
Why?
Now you want to be a crossover athlete and want to go. The man is already. First of all, he already got in trouble recruit. He can't get Gronk to come back out. And now you want to recruit. So you can't. You got trouble recruiting NFL players or free agents that could be good players right now.
Who said he had a problem with Gronk coming out?
Oh, Gronk is home. He's staying home. He ain't coming back.
How you know that? How you know? Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You said that last year with Tom Brady being retired.
Oh my
First of all, what makes you think Gronk would stay retired and not coming back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers if Tom Brady and the team was struggling? What makes you think he want to do that?
First of all, they're going to struggle. That's number one. Number two.
What?
He's not coming back. Gronk is sure.
Oh, you said that with Tom Brady last year, but what the hell happened? He was running your mouth. Come on, keep running your mouth. Keep speaking in tongues. Go ahead. You said that last year with Tom Brady. Come on, I want you to manifest this in a universe that Gronk is not coming back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I want you to actually say that in a universe, and next thing you know it, if the team is struggling, and you know Tom Brady's gonna make that phone call like, hey bro, I need you for a couple of weeks, you know, maybe we can actually win our 8th title, you know, together. But at the end of the day, Gronk gonna say no? Are you sure?
No, just like yo,
are you sure?
He gonna say no.
Okay.
He's like,
all right.
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
All right. I just want to know if he's sure. Raise your hand if you're sure. Raise your hand if you're sure. Okay. Now you're on camera and you're recorded and putting your hands up in the air and saying that you're sure.
Yep.
Because you wasn't sure about Tom Brady last year. You wasn't sure.
And I was sure that he wasn't gonna win the championship.
Yeah, well, we got screwed last year not winning the championship. That's what happened.
I don't want to hear it. It don't matter. Nope.
Yeah, it does matter. It does matter.
You know, it don't matter. It don't matter. So
that dead conspiracy.
It laws. Oh my God, get over. You know what? I'm done. I'm done. Anything else you want to talk about, man?
No, I'm done.
I don't hear all that, man. Oh, disgusting. Nobody wants to hear about more conspiracies. We don't want to hear about Giannis.
It was a conspiracy last year.
I don't want no more. I don't want to hear no more excuses from you. No more
excuses.
Giannis was 2 years ago. Is dead. Giannis is dead. It's gone. It's gone. He didn't win.
But it doesn't change the fact the man cheated.
Oh, please. I don't want to hear about Ronda Rousey cheated. I don't want to hear about no.
No, I didn't say Ronda cheated. I said she got lucky and the title was handed over to her because Charlotte Flair had other businesses. That's why. That's why she gave the title.
Ronda, you going MMA? A former MMA fighter is going to say I quit. Yeah, okay. That's not going to happen.
Why not? It's the greatest of all time.
No, it's not. And then you going to sit around.
She got knocked out before. Why she gets submit?
That's different, bro.
Oh, it's different now. Oh, all of a sudden, different now. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead with your bad self. Go ahead. She got knocked out on national TV, and her saying "I quit" on national TV is gonna make a difference for her career. She's still running Rousey.
One thing. I mean, yeah, that's why she whooped your girl ass.
She didn't whoop my girl ass. That she cheated. They actually used the cheer for Charlotte Flair to actually stop it.
You are admitting that she cheated. Exactly.
Well, she cheated to win, yeah, in the match. But overall, Charlotte Flair gave up the title to her because she had other shit to do. She had the title for a year.
Cheated. So Ronda cheated. Giannis cheated. He stepped on Kyrie's foot allegedly.
Allegedly? That's a fact.
John Cena is he's overrated, overhyped, a bum. And
yes.
He never had the NWO colors on. Like
blasphemous. Blasphemy.
Any other excuses? It was a gift. It was beautiful.
It wasn't no damn gift. What are you talking about? There was no damn gift to the NWO fan. Go ask any NWO fan did they like it or not.
You know what? No. You know what? You're the only one I know. Of course you don't like nothing. So I expect like.
Maybe you don't like. Excuse me.
You don't like it. Of course you don't like it. You are probably you're the president of NWO Club, so I expect nothing less.
Of course. You're greatest saber of all time. Of course.
No, the second greatest saber of all time.
Oh, who's the first?
Oh, 2 words for you, suck it, which you happily appreciate.
The only slogan they have. I mean, the NWO got plenty of slogans, but when it comes to your DX, they only got one slogan, and that's suck it. That's it. That's all they have. See, we got NWO for life. We got just too sweet. We got other slogans that you actually say on the NWO. When it comes to your Generation X, they only have one slogan, that's suck it. I mean, just to be proud about that. The Horsemen got more slogans than that. I mean, my God.
Oh, sorry, DX has way more slogans than that. Are you ready?
What other slogan they have? Slogans.
Are you ready? Are you ready? No, I said, are you ready?
That's not a slogan.
That's absolutely a slogan. That's absolutely a slogan. That's absolutely a slogan. If you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you. That's the only slogan that matters. That's the only slogan that matters. That's the only slogan.
That does not count. That counts as the same thing. If I got 2 words for you. That's just saying suck it at the end. That's the only slogan you have with the DX. What else you have?
It only matters.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Is that it? That's a slogan? No, that's a saying.
That's a slogan, you know why? Because it's all. But the main thing is, suck it. When you told that to your teacher, something was going to happen. We got kicked out of class, suspended, sent home from school.
I didn't say it doesn't mean anything. I'm saying that's the only slogan you have. And then we got like 5 slogans.
That's all we need.
We got bite me, too sweet. When you end up yo for life. We got other slogans. What other slogan does DX have? The Horseman has more slogans than y'all. I hope you know that.
Okay, and we got the one that matters, baby. That's all I need.
There's one slogan. This suck it. That's it. All right, go ahead with your bad self. I mean, my God.
Who won WrestleMania 31? Was it DX or NWO? I forgot about that.
WrestleMania 31.
When it was Sting and Triple H came out.
No, count. Oh, stop it. Oh, please. Don't try to bring that up, please. If this would have happened 10 years earlier, I would have gave you that. But to happen in the peak that it actually happened, you got Kevin Nash barely can walk down the aisle because he just had surgery, knee surgery on top of that. Got Scott Hall, this actually recovering from DDP yoga, and then you got a back Hogan that actually come back and actually just walking down a ramp with his back having himself, and on top of that you're outnumbered because you got 5 members against 4.
I mean, it is what it is. You always outnumbered, y'all. But at the end of the day, you
never outnumber us. You never. How can you outnumber the NWO?
With the exception of the late great Scott Hall, it wouldn't have mattered. We would have kicked y'all ass. And he had
what? The DX with Shawn Michaels would never. With Shawn Michaels and China, y'all would never beat the NWO ass. It's too many members.
I doubt it. Oh, you, Mr. NWO, you want to talk about too many members?
No, I'm saying the NWO at its peak will actually outnumber DX in its peak, even adding Shawn Michaels onto that. It's too many members, bro.
Oh,
You got Conan, Macho Man.
remember,
I mean, you got
when
Scott Steiner, Buff Bagwell, The Outsiders,
oh,
Hogan. I mean, who else you want to ask me? Is you just outnumbered? You
remember
got Miss Elizabeth. I mean, oh my God.
you remember when HBK he put on the black and white 2002?
Yeah, that was disrespectful as well.
I loved it.
It's
And
the
then
difference
and then
with
he
it's the
and
difference
then
between him and John
and
Cena.
then and then
It's the
he super
difference.
kick and then he super kick another WCW for his superstar
What's your
Booker
Booker
T.
T? Yeah. Booker T didn't deserve to have them colors on. But anyway, here's the difference between Shawn Michaels and John Cena. Shawn Michaels got permission
Oh, we got
from
permission.
of
That's
original
it was Kevin
members
Nash. I mean, that's Kevin Nash. That's Kevin
members
Nash. That's Kevin
members
Nash.
Nash Hall and Six, who was X Pac by the way.
Yes, I
That's the
know who it is.
difference.
Thank you very
He got
much.
permission.
I doubt that.
Anyway,
John
that's it.
Cena had
Is
permission. He had
no, he
permission.
didn't. About who? Who in
He got
NWO? Who?
he got from somebody.
What original member? Who?
It's probably Hulk Hogan or something. He
Oh,
said it was
please. I was
okay.
like, Hogan wasn't even in damn. He was in
Oh,
TNA by then. But I'll stop it. All right. Anyway, that's
uh,
Saucy Discourse season 2, episode
uh,
23. I'm the one. Shout out to Kelly taking us out, bro. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, ending.
appreciate
Oh,
you,
you want
my
to see
brother.
going out?
Uh, we here somehow, somewhere. We gonna figure it out. I don't know what.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe to all the platforms we're on, all the platforms we're on. And don't forget to sign up to our Twitch as well. It will hit that notification button to
Please.
let us know. That way we going live. Also on YouTube as well. Shout out to everybody who actually comment on the chats. Appreciate you. If you want some official merch for Saucy Discourse, go to teespring.com. And always remember of the good words of Fat Joe.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Today's price.
See you on the next one. Out of here.
Out of here. Yeah.